Yep. And good morning and welcome to the Velocity Sports Cup Reserve Grade Grand Final. Umpire Brett Q gets us underway. Joining me in commentary is Bobby Batty as Collins for the Zillmere Eagles gets the first kick out of the middle going right at screen. Scrimmage forms and we'll have a ball up. Welcome to you, Bob. Pretty blustery conditions, tough conditions for the commentators and the camera people upstairs today.
Yeah, we'll get blown off the top of the grandstand here, Marty. We're looking forward to this one. Zillmere Eagles, Mount Gravatt in the second semi. Zillmere Eagles are about 7 goals up at half time against Mount Gravatt, and Mount Gravatt got over the top of them. So this should be a cracker of a grand final, Marty.
Yes, Big Buse won the free kick out there in the ruck contest. That ball does carry, but very, very good position there by Reece Megan, who took the mark. Dishes off the handball. Out here is Benny Drew on the commentary side, and as we say, Bobby, we're up amongst the bleachers up the top here, and it's windy here. Not too bad on the ground, but the wind would be favouring left of screen, possibly about a 3-goal advantage to the left of screen, I'd say.
Yeah, it's blowing very, 30 knot gusts, I reckon, at times, Marty. As a big fella, Clark gets the ball over the back. Chance here for Mount Gravatt's Ryan McGarry. He goes in hard. Wern's got the chance over the footy. Head over the footy is what they want early in the piece. Good work, Mount Gravatt. The Vultures have got it. Marshall, quick hands over to Crouch. Good hands again. Over to McGarry. McGarry's caught but gives it off. Quick snap forward there by Brandon Morris. It's smothered. Good work there by the Zillmere defence, and the ball's in dispute, Marty, right near the centre wing.
Yes, and Dean Stearns jumps on top of the footy and certainly wasn't tackled, and umpire Q calls for another ball up. We've gone a minute and a half. Teams just filling each other up. Here's the ball up. It'll be Buse against Clark. These two will do battle for most of the day. Give that one to Clark. Nice knock forward to his right hand side. Reece Megan overruns the footy. Ball comes out in front of Collins. Collins and Tommy Marshall. Marshall takes the shortest route. Collins tackles him and tackles him over the ground, but umpire Q says he's tackled him too high. And Tommy Marshall will take the free kick. Short, dinky little kick to Matty Rankin. Rankin will look inboard, but it'll be kicking into the teeth of the breeze. Kicks it. The ball will hold up in front of Joey Day, and Brandon Morris takes a nice mark just inside the centre square.
Yeah, it was very important from the second half in that comeback from behind in the second semi. Brandon Morris kicked a few nice goals and set up a couple more. Kicks it forward. The Zillmere Eagles defence, kick it off the ground, kick it out wide. Hard to pick up. Is that Scott? David Scott running towards the ball. Looked like he got pushed in the back. What has the umpire said? I think he's agreed with us there. And Warwick Fagan, I think there was, has given that free kick to David Scott. He looks inboard, kicks it back inboard, and that's a easy mark there by Brendan Whitecross. He looks out wide. Kicks it out wide towards, I think it was Officer that's got the football. Look forward. Dan Collins. Collins goes up hard. Puts his head over the footy. So does Tommy Marshall. That's a great contest already, Marty.
Fantastic contest by those. Comes out to Crouch, the Bill Clerk medal winner. Crouch looks like he's got Stearns on him. Stearns a very good player too, who bowled very well. And the ball's knocked out. The boundary umpires will earn their pay today, Bobby, throwing that ball into the breeze. This young fella from the Gold Coast here really needs to get some elevation and some projection of the boundary throw. And here it is. Once again, we see Buse and Clark. The ball's going to drop short, so Bruckman are going to have to be ready for that. Clark wins the knock again. Comes down to Matty Rankin, goes to ground when he possibly needs to keep his feet. Benny Drew gets the ball, kicks it forward. First time Zillmere have gone past the centre. Comes over to Dan Collins. Collins kicks the ball inside forward 50 for the first time and in front, but not being able to hold the mark there for Zillmere. Looked like Big Shane Cable. Cable knocks it out to Isles. Isles gives it off to Stearns. Stearns, always a good user of the footy. Numbers are pushed forward. Ball comes out there. Looks like that might be Paddy Devers. Devers kicks the ball inside. There's Sasuvi, who's been a great player so far in the finals. Gets his scrubby kick in. It may have been touched. It was. Comes off hands. And there's the first score in the Velocity Sports Cup Reserve Grade Grand Final. It's behind, and Zillmere are one behind. Quick kick out by Mount Gravatt. Ball kick forward there. Looked like it might have been Nick Campbell. Ball comes to ground again. Out on the far side there for Zillmere. Player held when he possibly wasn't in possession. They do win the footy and look up. Dish the handball off there. There's Joey Day. Gets onto his customary left foot and chips the ball into the half-forward flank where Justin Isles will kick the ball into forward 50.
He takes him on. He has a go on his left foot. Looking upboard towards Cable at centre half forward again. But good defence from Mount Gravatt, and they will clear it over to the far side. But a poor kick, and Joey Day will take the mark. It'd be 70 out. He looks inboard. Kicks it quickly, and he finds his teammate in Shane Rogerson. Two teammates from the under-18s Queensland Scorpions featuring there, and they've got 5 or 6 of these boys as Rogerson kicks. And this is not beyond Ben Drew.
He's a beautiful kick. He's
Marty,
a beautiful kick, Bobby, but he's kicking into the teeth of the gale, and once he gets above that advertising hoarding there, the ball will hold up.
Certainly will. Now Ben Drew, he's been in great form. This is the best form I've seen him in for a number of years. Former AIS, AFL Academy scholarship holder as a 16 and 17-year-old. Chance for the first goal for Zillmere. That is a long kick, but it won't quite make it. Collins goes up. Good defence by Gravatt. They tap the ball out wide. Good tap on again. And it looked like Davis has got the footy. Another under-18 boy. But he kicks it to a former teammate in Reece Maggan. He lines up. Kicks it long towards Cable. It's over the back. Gravatt should rush it through. No, they don't. They got numbers and they'll go wide out on that far side, Marty.
And Weymouth kicks the ball out there to Nick Campbell. Campbell looks inside. This time kicks down the line to Crouch. Crouch, who's been busy already picked up a number of possessions, takes the ball in between the 50-metre arc and the centre square line. Looks out to the far side, sees a lead from Tim Doog, and Doog marks in front of the eyes. Doog once again sums up his options. A lot of players flooding back, both teams pushing numbers back. Actually, Campbell's presented himself well, but Doog ignores that. Kicks long down the line to where, flying high for the contest there, Gravatt couldn't take the mark. Ball comes very close to the boundary line. In fact, it's out. Over on Gravatt's half-forward flank, and Bob, we've gone 6 minutes, and Gravatt have only had the couple of forward 50 entries. I think the Zillmere Eagles will be pleased with their defensive aspect of their game.
Yes, they seem to be hitting their targets a little bit better and coping with this blustery breeze, Marty, as we've gone some 6.5 minutes into this first quarter. Gravatt a chance in the pocket, well tackled by Zillmere, and then they've reciprocated there. A great tackle there by the Zillmere Eagles, was it? No, it wasn't. It was Gravatt on the Zillmere Eagles. Hard to pick it up. Long way away there, Marty, in front of that big light tower where all the Zillmere supporters are sitting. Who's got the footy?
Looks like young Tarrant. Looks like Guy Tarrant to me, Bobby. He's in the shadows there. But,
number 32, it is.
The left footer, I'd say, Guy Tarrant. And he's on the right side for a left footer there, right in front of the Eagles, giving a bit of advice on his technique. He sits the ball up in front of the square, didn't really kick through it. And the ball's forced through there by, looks like it might have been Ryan Officer, for the Zillmere Eagles, and scores a level now. Gravatt a point, Zillmere a point, as we see David Scott, also a lovely kick of the foot. He kicks the ball to himself, takes on, gets the ball outside 50. He's looking this side of the ground and did find Paddy Deevers drop what he should have perhaps taken by Gray Grant, the opportunist. He kicks the ball back inside forward 50, and there's a lovely mark taken there for Gravatt by young Brandon Morris. And young Morris, the boy from the Western Magpies, who'll be featuring in the game after this. Oh, sorry, he might even be from West Juniors. But Morris will have a shot for goal. He'll probably kick from about 35 metres out on a slight angle.
And he's a nice kick, Marty. You're just about backing from here to kick the first goal. Put the moz on him. No, I haven't. Beautiful kick. Kicked some lovely goals in that second semi. And as I said, got them back into the game. And it's appropriate that he kicks the first goal on this Velocity Sports Cup Reserves Grand Final.
Yes, good play there by Grant. Gravatt had set the zone up, and once the ball had come out from the Scott kick out, perhaps Deevers should have done better there, should have marked that, and the ball straight back in, and they found Morris, and he didn't have too many problems in kicking a goal. So 1 goal, 1-7, the Vultures. Zillmere 1 behind. Here's umpire Raven. Puts lever to turf there. It's a lovely bounce. Both ruckmen get a good run at it. Clark's timing was better. Goes out to Benny Drew. He knocks the ball down. Fighting for the footy there. Zillmere Eagles should be able to win the footy, and they do through Reece Toy. Toy kicks inside forward 50. Gravatt have the numbers through Weymouth. Weymouth kicks out far lateral to the side looking for Nick Campbell. The wind will bring it in his direction. Joey Day sweating on him. Day takes him on and beats him. Wins the ball, kicks it inside forward 50. It's a lovely kick, and Shane Rogerson takes the mark. And will shoot from 15 metres out, and that was a great play by young Joey Day.
He's got lovely delivery, hasn't he, Marty? He's uses the ball beautifully, Joey Day, and that was no exception. That's twice already he's hit Shane Rogerson with a beautiful pass. Rogerson gives it a tug, but I think he snuck it in. Yes, it's the first goal for the Zillmere Eagles, an important one into this breeze. We've gone 9 minutes. Scores are locked on 1-1-7 apiece. Good goal there for the Eagles.
Yes, a fantastic goal there as slowly but surely we see those signs going up in those stands 2 and 5, Bob, which will please us all. We've done those on Friday. Here we go. Umpire Fagan will bounce the ball. And it looks like the big fella's come onto the ground, Big Dean Johnson. And he'll ruck against Clark for the Zillmere Eagles. Neither side gaining ascendancy, but Clark has one good left-hand tap over the back there to Reece Toy. Toy gets the ball, kicks it inside forward 50. Rogerson's got 2 on 1 there. Weymouth dropping back in the hole. Now Gravatt players overrun the footy. Player left without it. Zillmere win it again, kick it inside there to Paddy Devers.
Paddy Devers has got a chance to pick it up. He has a shot. No, he hasn't. Good tackle there by Stanis Susave, and he'll win the free kick. He'll be 30 out. Great tackle there on Paddy Devers by the young boy from PNG, who's been a real highlight of these final series for the Zillmere Eagles. He's been a real target up forward. Kicked 5 or 6, I think, in the second semi, and another 4 or 5 on the preliminary final. And here's a chance for the second goal for Zillmere into this breeze, Marty.
Yes, he's been a great player, Stanis, and that's fantastic work. I tell you what, I reckon he's got it. It's gone across the face, but he has got it. Umpire Lauren Schultz says correct weight. And well done to Stanis Susuve. He, as you say, Bob, has been a wonderful player.
Yes, he has been a very good player for the Zillmere Eagles, and a boy who's got another year next year in our under-18 Scorpions program. Represented Queensland at under-16 level 2 years ago, and has really developed this year under the tutelage of Pratt and all the boys here at Zillmere. He's really showing some signs of maturity, which is good. And that's 2 handy goals into a very strong breeze. They'll be very happy to have a 6-point lead as we've gone some 11 minutes into this first quarter.
It does show though, Bob, you can kick goals right of screen there. There's the ball. It held up pretty well there. Taken by Rowan Tilley. Tilley kicks it, and that one will carry, and the mark's taken by Michael Schultz. Schultz squares the ball up now to Scott. Scott wins the footy.
Yeah, Scott loves a run with the footy. Kicks it long. Good defence there by Moore from Mount Gravatt. They've got the numbers though, Zillmere. But good defence again from Mount Gravatt, and they run the ball clear. A quick kick there by, it looked like Chris Constable, CC. Kicked it out looking for Timmy Doog, but couldn't quite find him. Ball rolls out of bounds, and it'll be a boundary throw in. As Marty gets his breath back.
Got the cost, Bobby.
I reckon you need a fisherman friend there, Marty.
Well, let's get the great man David O'Leary to bring us one up, and a bottle of the finest Mount Franklin. Here's the throw in. Comes out, Big Clark's interchanged in the ruck, and Cable's gone into the ruck there. Ball's knocked out, taken by Matty Rankin. Sums up his options. Goes to the right. Gives the ball out there to Green. Jesse Green kicks the ball inside forward 50 for the Mounties. Good contest there. Megan dropping back, playing a good defensive sweeping wingers role. Dishes the ball off to Ryan Officer. Officer finds an outlet in Joey Day. Joey will get onto his left and gives a good handball to Schultz. Schultz runs and carries the ball. Kicks the ball down the line where he's looking for Justin Isles. The ball pitches and may very well go out of bounds in front of the Australia Post signs. My gee, the grounds people have done a good job of those signs on the far side there, Bob.
Whoever put that on, Marty, they'll have to sign them up. It should be another business venture, I think, from AFLQ. There was some great signs put up on that far side. Anyway, the ball's thrown in. I don't think you have any problems getting distance to that throw-in boundary umpire as it goes over the back. Quick kick forward is Stanis Susave. He's going to kick behind the play. He might have had a bit of a run on the footy. Lovely kick to Dan Collins. Centimetre perfect, as Dennis Cometti would say. And it's hit Collins some 45 out, directly in front. It'll test him though into this very strong breeze, Marty.
Yes, Collins, normally a nice kick as well too, but as we saw with Benny Drew, once the ball gets above that sponsor sign, it will start to fade to the right. So it'll actually come back towards our camera position here. But Collins, boy formerly from Springvale, played a bit of VFL footy, Bob.
He did.
He's going to need to kick to the far left goal post. He does. Gee, I tell you what, it's come back nice. It's going to sit up there now. The big fellow is in the van there. The ball's knocked down. Coming to the deck and jumping on top of the footy there. Umpire calls play on. Ball's knocked out, and we'll have a ball up. That's one in the van to me.
One in the van, Marty. You're leading the count at the moment. I've been accused in the past of mentioning that terminology in the van, but the ball goes up. Q throws it up. Comes out the back. Quick hands by Zillmere Eagles. Chance for Collins. He does a quick handball over to Isles. Quick kick into the forward line. They're blocking for each other. They're doing very well, the Eagles. They're playing for each other. Joey Day's a chance from there. Snaps around the corner. Good defence from the Vultures. Oh, I tell you what, he's kicked it out on the full, I think. Off the ground there by Jesse Green. Now, who did kick that? Umpire, there's a bit of a conference.
Looked like a double banger there, Bobby. Looked like they might have kicked it at the same time.
Yeah, I think they might end up going to Mount Gravatt's way, I think you'll find. No?
No.
No, they've called it the right way. It was attempted to kick was from Jesse Green.
Yeah, he's going to have to take his kick again, Bob. He's blowing time off here.
No time off. And when, so there's no time on when time off is blown off. Is that correct, Marty?
Oh, you got me.
But Stanis Susavay's got a chance here. He's kicked 1-1 already. He's been a handful.
Yeah, very difficult shot this one though with that breeze.
Well, he's had one go at it already, and he'd call it back. He hit the post with that one.
Bet you can't hit the post again.
Be 100 to 1, Marty. 100 to 1 if he hits the post again. I reckon he'll miss to the left-hand side, and he did. And that's 1-2 to Stanis Susavay, and it takes Zillmere to 2-2-14. Doubling the score of Mount Gravatt, 1-1-7. You'd think they'd have the breeze the way the scoreboard's going, Marty.
Doing all the attacking though, Bob, aren't they? This looks like Jones who's got the footy there. Yes, it is. He takes the kick out, and gee, that's carried well outside the 50. In prime position there, but not being able to hold the mark was young Webster. Coming in is Ryan McGarry. Keeps his head over the footy. Well done. Ball's knocked out from Moore. Goes to Megan. Megan just needs to keep his poise. Does. Collins has been good. He's just sat himself away from the contest and shown all his experience. He's going to go down the road to looks like Rogerson, who hit the deck. Ball comes to ground, but the mark has been taken. And it's been taken by big Trent Aarons, the former Aspley junior. Crossed over to Zillmere this year. Nice kick inside. Well done by Rogerson. Fell over but came back and presented himself. And good to see Rogerson pushing in and making another effort there, Bob.
Certainly was. He's been much more prevalent today. He's been quiet so far in the finals. Shane Rogerson, a boy that kicked 8 goals in a game, TAC Cup game against the Eastern Rangers early in the year down in Melbourne. Has a chance from, I'd say, 40 out. But right into the teeth of the breeze. This would be an enormous kick.
Oh, I tell
he
you
gets
what.
this one. It's a great kick into the square, but the breeze holds it up. Mount Gravatt really working hard to try and get it away. Gee, he's got some toes. Stanis Susavay over to Joey Day. Looks inboard, a bit too long, and Guy Tarrant, who was behind his opponent. Luckily, the ball went over the back, and he looks out to the wing. Lovely kick, Marty, and he's hit Grant, I should say. Too many Grants and Greens. On the chest.
Grant gets it. The wind's going to take that. I don't know if that's the ideal spot, but Matty Davis has taken the mark. He's going to have to bring the ball inside. Looking inside. Looks like Zillmere got a lot of numbers. Kicks the ball out to that, probably not the scoring pocket. Ball comes to ground. Presenting himself there as Brandon Morris, but Benny Drew, and it looked like it might have been Jake Stanley, were all over him like a cheap suit. Where do you get the best cheap suit on the Gold Coast here, Bobby? There'd be a few around here. Harbour Town?
Oh, I'd say so, yeah. My wife really gets down to Harbour Town a bit, Marty, but not me. I don't like going shopping. It's the last place I want to be. Rather bet the footy.
It's nearly a recall, that one from that boundary umpire there. Nearly falconed himself there, Bobby. Ball comes out to Matty Rankin. Needs to kick to the far side. No one comes at him.
Marty. Should kick it.
Kicks, and I tell you what, he sat it nicely on the breeze. And that's a very, very good goal to the Vultures. It's their second. We've gone 17 3/4 minutes into this first quarter. Mount Gravatt 2-1, trail Zillmere 2-2.
Yeah, good goal there. The experience of Matty Rankin. It's been a good match-up actually with a lot of the young 18-year-olds featuring pretty, for both sides. I reckon the 18-year-olds, certainly for Reece Magan, Shane Rogerson, Joey Day, all been prominent. Stanis Susavay and young Scott. All been pretty good. The young boys for Zillmere, but they're a bit of experience, Marty. Matty Rankin.
Yeah, Matty Rankin, very, very good experience player. There's the bounce from umpire Q. Goes a bit skew if Cable wins it. Coming off the square is Chris Constable. Handballs when he perhaps should have kicked. Going to ground was Collins. Gets it out to Joey Day, who's probably close to the best on the ground on us so far. Gives it out to Paddy Devers. Devers pitches it in front of Isles. Isles wins it, gives a handball off. There's Day again. Gets the ball, kicks it inside. There's Stanis in front of his man there. No, umpire looked like he was going to blow his whistle. He's going to get onto the left foot. How's he going to work this one out? This gets a kick. Ball comes to ground. Mount Gravatt got numbers there, and they'll clear it out of the defensive 50.
Looked like Mitch Enright, was it? That's got the footy, Kicks it out wide. Here's a chance for Tommy Marshall. He goes out wide. They're just not quite hitting their targets at the moment. McGarry a chance with the sunscreen on the nose. Good tackle by Scott. He's been rewarded. An advantage to Reece Magan. Magan keeps it low, which is good thinking. Into the breeze. Rogerson head over the footy. Can't quite get it. Rankin, good tackle there. He took him on, umpire, and he should be rewarded. He is. Reece Magan's got the free kick. And if he doesn't watch himself, he might get 50 metres here, Rankin, but it was a great tackle by Reece Magan.
Well done by young Reece. He certainly,
he's really switched on today, Marty. He's firing on all cylinders.
He laid that one, and Rankin took him on. Good umpiring. Kicks inside forward 50. Presenting himself is Rogerson. Should have taken it, but dropped the ball. Going to ground is the big fella. Rogerson butters up, gives it off to Benny Drew. Difficult spot. Kicks the ball with a lot of penetration, but misses to the near side. And Zillmere kick their third behind. They're 2-3-15, and they lead Mount Gravatt by 2-1. And you'd have to say, Bob, Coach Graham Pratt would be satisfied with the way they've run the ball into the breeze.
Yeah, they've certainly looked the better side, Marty, just in that passage of play there. Mount Gravatt just really fumbling a little bit, not really confident, whereas Zillmere are really working for each other. Plenty of handballs, plenty of run from behind. They're looking the goods at the moment. But Mount Gravatt have got the football here in defence. Go out wide. It looked like Constable, I think, that was kicking the ball long. Good punch from behind there by Schultz, it might have been, from Zillmere. The ball goes out wide, right in front of the Australia Post sign and the Toyota Kluger sign over there on the far wing. It'll be a boundary throw in. This one will go right over the back again, Marty.
It will. Great to see that those signs are holding up in the breeze too, Bob. Here's the boundary throw in. It's a lovely throw in too. Gives Ruckman both a chance. The big fella won it. Knocked down to Jesse Green. Jesse Green kicks the ball forward. Leading in the race for the ball is Brendan Whitecross. He overruns the footy, but then comes back, hits the ball inboard to David Scott. Scott just needs to balance up and work out what he's going to. Here's Megan again. Megan and Day on the wings. They're having an absolute field day. Kicks the ball out to the far side here, and a good, lovely mark by Paddy Devers, who marked in front of the young Zillmere player, the Mount Gravatt player in Benny Jones. Here's Megan again. Kicks the ball out to Collins. Collins, the ball's going to drop. He's held, his jumper's held, and Collins must get the free kick.
Yeah, he's been playing well, but Megan, I reckon he's taken his own footy out there today, Marty. Would have had it a dozen times. As Colin does it, don't argue. Gives it over to Drew. He's got to turn.
Oh, look at the bloke at the back.
Beautiful kick. Over to Webster. What's it going to do? Oh, he just kicked it too well, Marty. If he hadn't kicked it as well, it would have been a mark to Webster and run on open goal, but he kicked it too well. Just beat the pack and through for a one behind. He's second behind, Benny Drew. As
Mitch Hyde comes and takes Collins' spot. The ball's chipped out there by Mount Gravatt. Numbers down there, out towards Matty Davis. He takes a good mark on the far side of the ground. Needs to move the ball on quickly. Mount Gravatt just not getting down there. A lot of players now surging down. Going for the mark there looks like Chris Cant, the leading goal kicker in the Div 2 competition. Comes down to the medal winner in Crouch. Crouch kicks inside. Going to ground was a Zillmere player. No chance to get rid of the ball. Hasn't had a prior opportunity. The ball's still live. Good umpiring by umpire Q. Comes out and Zillmere win the footy. They don't wait around looking at the umpire. They go and grab the footy. Ball comes out here to the far side there. Leading in the race for the ball for Zillmere was Daniel Webster. Webster gives it off to Stearns. Stearns is wrapped up without any prior opportunity. The ball comes out again. Webster helps him out and knocks the ball on, which was good play. Ball comes out to Justin Isles. Isles wins it just inside the boundary line. This time it does go out in front of our vantage spot. We're actually not coming to you from Windy Hill, Bob. We're coming to you from Gold Coast Stadium.
Oh, it feels like we're at the airport, Marty, right in the middle of the tarmac. We're getting blown away up here. So hopefully this is coming through okay. Through the Dean Davis Productions. He's a master, so maybe he has. Ben Drew, great hands.
Well done. Play on advantage.
Very good football in the finals, Benny Drew. Kicked up by Devers towards Susavay.
Oh, he's off to the races.
He's taken on Enright. He's off to the races, and that is a brilliant goal. He's got some talent, that young PNG boy. Showed great positioning at the front, strong hands, took off like a bolt of lightning. Goal, Zillmere Eagles.
Yes, and I wonder if the emergency umpire knows what he's actually being paid for, because he should be out there running around and having a look. There's a bit happening off the footy there.
It was a great handball by Ben Drew, wasn't it, to really get him going?
Yes.
And then strong hands, and gee, he's got some spark, hasn't he?
Yeah, isn't he exciting? But I love the way he took front position, Bob. The ball was always going to drop, and he thought there for front position. And that's Mitch Enright he's playing on there, and Enright is a quality player, so great effort. There's the ball from umpire Q. Buse will give that one to him. Comes down to Matty Rankin. Rankin knocks it out to Matty Davis. Davis gets a handball that doesn't find his target, but he's actually taken high after all, pushed in the back, umpire Q says. And the Doc, MD, Matty Davis will take the ball just forward of the centre for Mount Gravatt.
Yeah, Matty's had a good first quarter. He's had a good match up here with Brendan Whitecross, and that's a lovely kick. But you wouldn't believe it, the siren goes just before Greg Rankin grab it. And there's a snap on goal. I don't know what the good of that is, just to practice, I suppose. He put it through, actually. But quarter time, and Zillmere, they look as though they're pumped, Marty. They're holding a 9-point lead with 3-4-22 on the board against Mount Gravatt 2-1-13. Goal kickers, Marty?
Yeah, certainly, Bob. Goal kickers for Zillmere Eagles, our leading side. Stanis Sasavi's got 2, and Shane Rogerson's got the single goal. And for Mount Gravatt, 1 to Matty Rankin and 1 to Brandon Morris.
So quarter time here at the Velocity Sports Cup Reserves Grand Final, 9-point lead to Zillmere Eagles. Okay, bounce down. Start of the second quarter of the Velocity Sports Cup Reserves Grand Final, which sees Zillmere Eagles holding a 9-point lead, and they're going to attack first. And one of the boys that's really given them a lift, Joey Day, kicks it into their forward line. The ball's locked up on the half-forward line. Good tackle by Moore of Mount Gravatt. Susave overruns it. Quick kick by Whitecross. It's a long one with a breeze.
Oh, I'll tell you
what.
what.
That's a good mark. Is that Cable?
Yep.
Hard to pick up from here. The big Cable puts her hands up. And he's right in front. I think he's in the square, so should be right in front. Umpire, he is, and should be goal straight away with the breeze. Start of the second quarter.
He's missed
back.
it. He's missed it.
I reckon he's missed it. He has. Gone back off one step. He's kicked that to the right of the stick. Bad miss by Cable, and it's 3-5-23. Zillmere Eagles over Mount Gravatt 2-1-13. With me in commentary, Marty King. It's a good start by the Zillmere Eagles into a breeze in the first quarter.
Yes, it is. He's a wiry customer, Cable, Bob, but gee, I tell you what, he needs to adapt to those conditions. The ball's taken by Reece Magan, who bought his own footy today. It's got Velocity Sports on it. It's red and it's a Sharon, and it's got number 26 on it at the moment because he's knocked up getting kicks. And inside, another good player is Dan Collins for Zillmere Eagles, and you'd have to say at this early stage, Bob, but Zillmere have settled the better of the two sides. And the game is taking a similar path to the second semi, where Mount Gravatt came home like a good husband and won the game in the second half.
Yeah, they certainly did with a great second half. They won it through the midfield. That's a lovely kick from Collins. That's experience for you. He's from 40 out, kicked it right through the eye diddle. Cable was 5 out and kicked it to the right of the stick. Great goal, Dan Collins. And Marty, the three blokes we said at quarter time. It's funny how they got the footy already. Joey Day, Reece Magan and Dan Collins have already had possessions at the start of this second quarter.
Yes, very much so, Bob. And gee, they're winning the ball out of the middle there. And as you said, Joey Day just knocked it forward. And didn't you notice with Brendan Whitecross's kick how much the ball carried on that far side once it went into the open area? So very, very well done. As umpire Q will restart proceedings. It's Clark up against Big Dean Johnson. The ball's going to favour Johnson. He jumps high, but Clark gets it in a nice left-hand knock. Coming through is Collins. Ball comes down there to Justin Isles. Isles gets it out to Benny Drew. Drew will just about make the distance here. It's going to pitch. Cable can't mark again. Comes off the deck. Stanis Sasubi. Ball's gone through for a point.
I said it hit the post,
Hit
I
the
think,
post,
Marty.
yep. But he's exciting every time he goes near the ball, Bob.
He's had 5 shots at goal already, Marty.
Yeah, there's a short kick, comes out there. It's pitched in front of Paddy Devers, is it? Devers knocks the ball out there. There's Magan. Magan can't win the ball. Hitting the post again, I reckon. It has. Kicking the ball off the ground
Cable,
there.
was it?
Might have been Barry Cable, Bobby.
Bazza Cable, he's missed 1 from 5 and hit the post with the next one. Mount Gravatt can't seem to get down their defence, Marty.
Hey.
There's a big jump there by Rankin, back of the pack. But Zillmere Eagles have got the numbers. Benny Drew's in a bit of strife here. I think Clark, a big kick long. Was it touched? Stennis, I think, might have got a hand of that. Big long kick by Big Clark, and it was just offline for 1 point. But they're doing all the attacking, and they're really looking the goods. Sean Clark on the scoreboard there with the behind.
Yes, there's a kick out there from Jones. Fallon's Tommy Marshall. A lot of left footers in this side, and Marshall gets it, kicks the ball further down the line, and the ball's taken there. Looks like that might be Nick Campbell. Campbell weighing up his options. Had a lead from the Gary there. He's going to go short, and he goes to the captain, Matthew Leftborg. Leftborg, Mount Gravatt just going to have to chip the ball into the breeze here, and they do. Ball comes back to Campbell, doing a flying wedge there. Last seen on. Ball comes out to Rogerson. Knocked out there to Schultz. Schultz gives it to Jones. Collins, sorry. Collins gave it back over to Devers. Devers gets it back off Jack, and Jack kicks the ball out there, and the ball comes out there to Joey Day.
Day with a beautiful left foot kick. He's kicked that 55 metres.
Oh,
he would have been better punching it backwards. Stennis has kicked that out in the river. and that's his third. He's got his own cheer squad behind the goals down there. They're all Zillmere Eagles. They've got signs up everywhere, and it's looking good for them at the moment as they lead 5-8, 38. They've gone to 25-point lead over Mount Gravatt, stuck on 2-1-13.
Gee, I tell you what, he wouldn't have want to lost that Reece Megan autograph sharing there, Bobby. It'll be coming out of his match payments if he's lost that, kicked that out of the ground there, young Stannis. But
it comes back.
It's come back. Just
like
unfortunate though, the Mount Gravatt player who was in prime position might have been Mitch Enright.
Was Mitch, yeah.
Just couldn't hold on to the mark, and right place, right time.
Yeah, he might have been better off if he was off balance like that to just get a fist on it, Marty. And just punch it backwards through for a point, but it's easy. Easy up here and easy in hindsight.
It's not that easy up here. Wish you'd close the window of this commentary box.
Oh, goodness. Gonna blow a dog off a chain, this breeze up here, but anyway, we're off and running again. Marty, you got the call as we bounce down, come 5 minutes into the second quarter.
Blown the milk out of my coffee, Bob, and I wanted white with one, but it's blown the milk out. So the ball comes back to Timmy Doog. Kicks a mongrel punt kick inside there, getting under the flight. Here it comes to Ryan McGarry. He needs to run the ball the distance. He's going to draw an opponent. Handball's over the top, which is good. Goes to his mate Chris Cant, and that's a much needed goal to Mount Gravatt. Much needed and well run there by the Vultures as young Scott, fiery customer at the best of times, lets the Mount Gravatt players know that we're going to kick the next one. But good answering, good response. And the Vultures go to 3-1-19. That's half the score of Zillmere, who are 5-8-38. And we've travelled 6 minutes into this second quarter. In the first of a triple header here at Carrara. Bob, looking forward to the next game, Palm Beach v Western Magpies. And of course, really looking forward to the main event, Mount Gravatt v Southport.
It should be a great day. A feast of football here at Carrara, down at the Gold Coast Stadium, as the umpire's about to put this one down. Looks like Kenny Raven about to put this one down. It's a good bounce. Up goes Johnson. Taps it down towards Crouch. He's going to be a key for him, Crouch, if they can get him into the play. Ball comes out the back to Scott. He's met solidly. Good tackle there, has put the wind out of his sails. There's a chance for Ryan McGarry again. He's pushed forward. Can he handball to Chris Kent? He can. Can he snap another one?
Oi.
He can't. Great smother there, right at the back there by, it looked like Jake Panaho, who did a great job there. It was a certain goal stopped. And just that handball just held up in the breeze, Marty, that made it difficult for Mount Gravatt there for another goal.
Yes, ball's kicked out towards Benny Drew. There's Jack Stanley. Good pick up by Scott. Gets it, chips it out. Advantage. Good call by the umpire. Comes out to Reece Megan again. Gets it, spots up, hits his target in Reece Toy. Reece to Reece. You don't see that too often. Here's Reece Toy. Kicks the ball back inside forward 50. There's Stanos. Can't get. Got his hands to the ball. Perhaps should have taken it. Ball comes to ground. Good second effort. Comes out to Tim Doog. He dishes off a handball. Comes out to Jones. Jones gives it to Campbell. Campbell gives it to Jesse Green. Green has a bounce. He's trying to draw an opponent so he can give it to Crouch. He does. He's nearly in trouble from behind. Gives it off to Tommy Marshall, and Marshall's tackled crudely, and the umpire must play a free kick. Marshall comes inboard, kicks the ball where Scott is. Here he is again, McGarry, Bob. He's going to get the ball. Gets it inside forward 50. Gives it off to Crouch. Crouch slips over when he should have stayed on his feet. Comes out to big Clark. Clark gets on the left foot, and that's a lovely kick to Dean Stearns.
He's done a good job, Stearns. He's been running with Crouch. He's held him pretty well. He's got his own footy back, Reece Megan. He's got it back again. What's he going to do here? He's in strife. He's got the ball out, but I think he took too long. And there just seems to be a step up here from Mount Gravatt with their run, Marty.
Yes,
they're starting to take them on, start to run, and this bloke's been the big difference at centre half forward, Ryan McGarry. Long kick out wide to Davis. He waited for it, but he got it. And he'd be right on the 50 line, kicking into a strong breeze. Chris Cant calls for it, but it's not going that way. It's kicking long, up forward. Good punch there by the Zillmere defence. Ball comes out the back and they got the numbers. Panaho goes over the top. Or was it Clark that went over the back? It's now with Ben Drew, it looks like, who kicks it long. Tarrant could have gone a bit harder at the footy. Picked up by Morris. That's a hospital handball. Nearly put him there, Tommy Tarrant, was it? Not Tommy Tarrant. Campbell it was. Campbell it was nearly put into hospital as the ball goes out wide. And Tommy Tarrant, of course, Morningside, mate. It's Guy Tarrant we're thinking of here for Mount Gravatt.
He might be in the stands. He's up by Chris Bell. Let's see how he goes into the breeze here, Bobby. We've got the radar on it. Oh, gee.
Tell you what.
0.6
on the Richter, that one, Marty.
Yes. Get some Powerade down to the umpires' rooms at half time if we could, please. There's Toy. Probably should have been given a free kick for in the back. Play on's a call. Ball comes down there. Comes out to Tarrant. Good handball, but it's been cut off there by Schultz. Players diving on the ball with great desperation. Umpire Raven will have no other option than to call for a bounce, as he does, and handles it pretty well. The players sort themselves out there. We've gone 9 minutes, and Zillmere currently lead by 3 goals. There's the ball knocked out to Reese Megan. Where's this champion data people, Bobby? We're going to have to see them at half time, because I reckon Reese has probably had about 20 possessions. Downfield free kick, taken by Zillmere, Kane Nunn. Kicks inside there with the ball's marked by Paddy Devers. Devers got a bloke open inside forward 50. He's going to have to chip it over. Matty Davis is backing back, does well, but the ball does come. It might have come off Davis's hands actually.
I thought he got first touch on it.
I reckon he might have got a touch on it. It's inside 50, and Brendan Whitecross will make the journey from here, Bob.
Yeah,
it's just a matter of accuracy.
He's had one go from out there and kicked it into the square from probably further out, so you would think he'd be a chance. Must kick to about the right point post and it'll come right back in. Here it comes. It's going close. Stannis really flies high again. He reads the ball well. Boy from PNG, he's on top of it. What's the umpire say? Said he's cooked it. Said he's cooked it, laid an egg, and it's a free kick there in defence. Looks like can't quite pick it up. Is it Jesse Green? Can't quite pick it up there, Marty. Brandon Morris, it might be.
Might be Brandon Morris, Bobby. He's going to kick in short. Kicks into Enright. Enright can't mark the foot. He comes to the ground again. He'll get onto his favourite left foot. Stannis has got him in his side. So look out, Weymouth! Look out, he's got rid of the footy. Comes back out there. There's Brandon Morris. Get handballs to himself. Double stat. Comes back out there. Going to ground was a Zillmere player. Looks like Paddy Devers or Reese Troy it was. And this time the umpire calls for a ball up. And I think the instruction is to run and carry the ball outside of their defensive 50, Bob, but they're
certainly having a go at it, Marty, which is good. And I think that's the only way they're going to get back in this game, is run the footy and really get some run through the midfield. As Whitecross on the left foot this time, blazes away. That's going wide. Good effort there by the Mount Gravatt player. Couldn't quite hold the mark. Handball along the boundary line. Will it bounce out? It will now. No, it won't. Good work there by the young fellow in, looked like Kane Nund, I think it was, that got the ball out for Zillmere. It comes back into Guy Tarrant. Tarrant gives it to McGarry, who's been very good in this second quarter. Gives it out wide to Davis. He takes them on. Kicks long into the forward line. That's a hard one to mark. They all fly. Chris Kent went up high. Couldn't quite take it. It's down the front. They look like in the back. Not given, Marty, as the ball is in dispute there at half-back line. Yes,
the ball comes out on all fours. The Zillmere player gives off to Webster. Webster dishes it off beautifully there to Reese Toy. Toy kicks in long. There's big Clark. Clark up forward. And he takes the mark, the left footer. And he's really going to have to put it out to that right-hand side goalpost, Bob. So the wind will bring it back. But gee, that was good mopping up by the Vultures, by the Eagles. And Clark will have a shot from goal. He's going to end up kicking from probably about 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle, and we'll need to sit the ball out to the right-hand side. That's where it starts, and that's where it stays. And that's a lovely kick by the big fella, Bobby.
Yeah, very good kick by Sean Clark.
Like big first. Spider Everett kicking that, didn't he?
He did, yeah. No, he's had a good game so far. He's done well in the ruck. Got the ball a little bit around the ground. He's a bit of a gigantor around the ground. He moves slow as treacle at times, but I tell you what, he's certainly been effective today, and he's getting to the right spot at the right time, Marty. That's all you need to do.
Yes, and very good to hear the Eagle chant coming up early there, Bob.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to go too early though, Marty.
No.
A bow yesterday from the ex-captain Trent Ray, or is he still captain of the Port Power?
Oh, he wouldn't be if Robert Walsh was coach, I tell you. There's a bounce up.
Wasn't happy with that bow, was he?
It comes down towards where Trent Aarons gets the ball, kicks it inside forward 50. Leading in the race there, looks like it might have been Paddy Devers. Well done by Collins, who was taken high, and the umpires picked it up. And it was a good pick up by young Warwick Fagan, because I think umpire Keir still had control of the play at that stage. And Dan Collins, well, we saw him slot one from here, Bob, earlier, and I don't reckon we'll have too many problems.
Yeah, well, it's you know, they've probably been a little bit inaccurate at times, but with this breeze, it's not an easy one. The worst one, of course, was the one from the goal square. But with his experience and the fact that they've gone some quarter and a half now with this breeze, he should have a bit of a lead as to which way it's going to swing. So here he comes, running past the 50, kicks from about 47. No problems at all, Marty. You're spot on. No problems with the experienced Dan Collins. Been a good play today. That's his second. And they kick out to 7-8-50. 5-goal lead over Mount Gravatt 3-2-20. We've gone some 14 minutes into this second quarter. And yeah, they've got the answers, Marty, at this stage, although I don't write off Mount Gravatt. They have got some good running players, and they just need to get them into the game and get the ball moving with a forward target. Chris
this will be up there. It's a long way from over this one, Bobby, but plenty of time left in this. Umpire Raven. Umpires have bounced the ball pretty well there in the middle there. It's normally have a few troubles here at Carrara, but here's Umpire Raven. Puts lever to it. The wind's going to always take it, and it does. It did favour Buse. Here's Collins again, who's been exceptional. Just needs to keep the ball going forward. Comes out to Jesse Green. Green's got a player who's broken through. Looks like Al Easton, and Easton takes the mark. He's going to have to play on straight away, and he does. The kick was poor. Megan looks like he's dropped onto a half-back flank there onto McGarry. Ball comes back. McGarry might have been tackled when he didn't have it, and over the line in front of the commentary position here at Windy Hill. And let's have a look at umpire Chris Bell again. Let's see if he can get a bit of distance in on this one. Oh, gee.
He's allowed for the breeze,
He's
He'll come back all right. That's not a bad one, Marty. It's about a 7, I'd reckon.
Comes down to Crouch. Crouch gets the ball, kicks in towards Al Easton. Ball comes out to Morris. Morris kicks the ball, and he's really asked Gray Grant. He said, "You want it in front of you? Go and run and get it." Oh, lovely pick up though by Grant. Lovely one-handed pick up. He's going to be given the chance to straighten up. He is. He's taken the ground as he kicks, but it's a fantastic goal by Gray Grant, showing all his class, the former Western Australian under-16, AFL AIS under-17 player. And if Mount Gravatt are going to get back into the game, Bob, they're going to need to isolate Grant and give him plenty of room to run around in.
Yeah, no, very good play there by Gray Grant. He took him on, got a good shepherd, and that was important, as it was Alistair Carlson that was kicking the ball forward, Marty, there for Mount Gravatt. He's got a couple of touches on that half-forward flank, and he's one that's come off the bench. And as you say, I think they've put Reece Magan back on McGarry now to try and curb his influence. He's been very good in this second quarter, McGarry.
As the crowd's starting to stream in here to Gold Coast Stadium now. Bar's open in 15 minutes, Bobby. Ball comes down. Out comes to Nick Campbell. Campbell has a player break from the far side, Timmy Doog. He takes the mark there. Doog gets it. Bit of a scrubby kick on his right side, but it does come off, and Tommy Marshall, the left footer, gets it. He comes, kicks into the man on the mark. Comes out to Webster. Webster gets it, kicks it back into the middle. There's Whitecross on the far side. Whitecross flies and takes a lovely mark. Dishes off a handball. Stearns needs to kick to the far side. Kicks, and there's the big fella again. Oh, gee, I tell you what, that's a good play, Bob. It's a high standard game.
It was very clean, wasn't it?
Very, very good hands there by Whitecross. And he dished off the ball straight away. And they're looking their goods at the moment, the Eagles.
Yeah, the smother up here of Marshall's kick was the key, the turnover. Got a hand on it, Webster, good kick, good mark, and I'd say a good finish here by Clark. His confidence is sky high as he kicks that one right into the throng of supporters behind the goals there of the Zillmere Eagles, and they go ape shit again, Marty, as they've gone to 8-8-56. That's 5 goals. 5 goals in front.
Hey, we've got the
8 droppings. They've gone 8 droppings behind the goals there.
Oh.
And it's 8-8-56 to Mount Gravatt 4-2-26.
We can't put this to air, Bobby. What's going on
what's
there?
going on
Lucky
there?
we're on 7-second delay in this wind.
Yeah, it might have been the wind that come through then. But Sean Clark, good mark, good finish. It's kick 2.
Yes, and here's umpire Fagan. Lovely bounce. Favours Buse. But well done by Cable. Comes out, Buse gets a left foot, scrubby little left foot kick in. Ryan McGarry leads his opponent in the race for the ball. Good pick up there by Jack Stanley. Stanley just off. Joey Day's gone out of the ground, but he kicks a right foot out of the game a bit. Out to Collins. Look at the play. He's a chance from here, Whitecross. He does. He squares it up. There's the big fella Clark again. Comes down. Good, well mopped up by Tim Doog, who's been good for Mount Gravatt. Gets it and kicks it out the far side. Here's Webster. Webster well bumped underneath the footy there by his opponent. Takes his opponent to ground. Stearns goes to ground when he didn't probably need to. Comes out to Rankin. Rankin's dispossessed by Stearns. He's an absolute bulldog, Dean Stearns. He has a red-hot crack. Comes out to Jesse Dean. Zillmere by sheer weight of numbers win it through Benny Drew. There's Collins in box position. Collins is in front, taken to ground. Whitecross keeps his feet, gives it back to Collins, gives it to Stannis. Stannis handballs over the top to Clark, and the big fella kicks his 3rd.
Oh, he's got a cheer squad down there. 3 for the quarter to big Sean Clark. Great move by the coach, Graham Pratt. He's put him down there in the square, replacing Cable, and hasn't had an influence. But I tell you what, they've got a few on top at the moment. Whitecross's form has been red hot. Stern, as you mentioned, been very, very good. And Dan Collins, they're just peppering the goals at the moment. They've gone to 9-8, 62 to Mount Gravatt 4-2-26.
Might have jumped the gun there, Bobby. I reckon they're. Oh no, they are 9-8. Yeah, just a bit slow on the scoreboard. And that's 3 to Clark and 3 to Stannis now.
Yeah, well, Stannis handballed over the top to him, so he's been involved.
You've got to
He's
give
kicked through
him the assist.
Yeah, give him the assist. But yeah, good football, Zillmere Eagles. They played the better of the footy. They're really exciting. Some of the young blokes have really got some talent.
Comes out to Tommy Marshall. Marshall gives it off to Rankin. Rankin hits it out to Matty Davis. Davis knocks it forward again. Comes out to Marshall. Intercepted there by Zillmere. Kick the ball out there to Jason Isles. Comes out, gives it off to Jack Stanley. Stanley needs to keep the ball moving. Gives it off to Isles again. Scrappy bit of play here. Winning the ball for Mount Gravatt. They knock it out to Tommy Marshall. Marshall to Davis. Davis does well to get out of the tackle. Player taking the ground in the tackle. I don't reckon he had any prior opportunity, and umpire Q agrees with us, even though he can't hear us from up here, Bob. And
on Q he was.
Al Carlson goes to ground. It's going to be Buse up against Cable. Cable looks at the opposition ruckman. Buse wins it down to Crouch. Crouch is dispossessed. Comes to Ryan McGarry. McGarry knocks the ball out. There's Joey Day. Day needs to move the ball on. He's taken in the tackle, and you have a crack, Bobby, because
see if we can get out of that pack.
See if you can get it out of that pack and keep the ball moving, please.
20 minutes gone, second quarter. Zillmere got all the answers at the moment. They've got all the players that really with their confidence up, and their young blokes are looking really good today. As the big fella Buse, he's been good in the ruck, got his hand to that one, but Benny Drew has kicked it down. Tim Doog, as you mentioned, has been solid in defence for Mount Gravatt. He's done the goose step there, Jesse Green. What's he done? I think he said he was tackled too high initially, and Stearns did the tackle there, and it's a chance here. He kicks it out wide. Picked up by Morris, is it? Brandon Morris has got the footy. It's gone too wide, I think. He has, and not going to kick goals from out there, Mount Gravatt. You've got to go a little bit more direct than that young fellow as the ball goes out of bounds and a boundary throw in. And we'll see how we go on this one. Marty, you vote this one out of 10?
You've got those white marks there, Bobby, just to test the depth of the boundary umpire throw-ins. I think we're going to use them for the sprint as well. Ball comes out and it's kicked forward by Jack Stanley, who might have got that. There's Rogerson, who's been quiet. Knocks it down there to Whitecross. Whitecross wins the footy. He's looking to dish it off, but probably not the best option there. Maybe he needed to come back inside on his right foot, but he'll learn that with experience.
Yeah, too much time there, Marty, I reckon.
He did, and how many white markers do you believe the umpire will throw it into here, Bob? How many do you reckon you'll be able to get across?
We got the ladder there. I'd say 7. We'll come back to 7.
Oh, here it comes. No, he's beaten the whole lot. Ball comes down there, kicked off the ground by Crouch. He may have to go again. Scott's coming the other way. Crouch, smart play, kicks it off the ground. There's going to ground was Jack Stanley. Ball comes out to Ryan Officer, who's tackled without the ball, must be given a free kick. You can't sling him around like that, CC, after he's got rid of the footy, and Ryan Officer will take the free kick.
Played well from last week in the preliminary final. Been a bit quieter today, Officer, but he'll... that's a good mark by young Isles.
Oh, good dish. Here's Reese.
Reese Magan's got the footy. Let's see what he does with this one. He kicks it to a hot spot for Whitecross to run onto it. What's Clark going to do? He's blocking for him. Can he get the ball? He can't. Oh, good work there by Whitecross. Can he kick a goal? He's hooked it too far, can you believe? Yeah. You think it would have been impossible to go to the right-hand side of the stick, but he has on his left side, and it's one behind there to Brendan Whitecross, who has really made an impact in this quarter for the Zillmere Eagles. They go to 9-9, 63, all over Mount Gravatt. They're like a rash at the moment. Zillmere, as Mount Gravatt bring it back, and here's Jesse Green. He's going to do the goose step again. He goes from bounce. Looks to run the ball. That's what the coach has told him to do, Paulie Allen. And Buse has got the footies. Looks like he got in looked like a bit of a stable fight there, Marty. There was that many bodies there. Couldn't get over it. Too many legs.
Yes.
Bit of equine flu in there. There was that many.
Be careful.
As the ball's thrown up there by Warwick Fagan. Buse again gets the knockout. Doog taps it out wide. Here's a chance for Mount Gravatt. He's hurt that young fellow as he went through. Got a nice corky as the ball is held up, and it'll be a throw up just near the centre circle. We've gone some 23 minutes, Marty, and a very handy lead, 37 points to Zillmere.
Yeah, 6 goals to 2, Bob. 6 goals, 5 they've kicked this quarter, Zillmere, so they've had all the play. Matty Davis dishes the ball off, comes out there, knocked down and taken by Constable. Constable gives it back to Davis. Davis wheels around onto his right foot, kicks the ball. The ball's actually been touched, so that mark won't be paid to Gray Grant. He dishes it off to Sam Crouch. Crouch gets it. I tell you what, that might miss the whole lot.
It has.
It has, and it's pitched on the line, which means it's in, and we'll have a throw in. We've gone nearly 24 minutes now in the second quarter, and Zillmere hold a commanding 37-point lead.
Yeah, 18 shots to 6. I think that sums it up, Marty. They're about 2 or 3 times better at this stage of the game, but don't ride off the vultures. They'll come back in the second half. Looks like Carlson.
Yep.
Carlson has a snap on the right foot and it hits the post. That's about the 4th poster we've had today.
I reckon young Scott, if he gets onto this, it's a scrubby kick. That's a poor kick. Comes out to Morris. Morris wins the footy. Now comes inboard. Gee, broke for a tackle too easy. You needed to do that, Scott, because it was a poor fullback kick out. Comes out now, now Zillmere win the footy. They don't panic, but they do. They miss the target. Comes out to Sam Crouch. Mount Gravatt player still open in the square. Ball can't come there. Comes out to the big fella, Cable. Cable has it knocked out. Comes back out to Mount Gravatt, feed it out to Big Buse. Buse is taking the ground in a big tackle. Cable gets it again. That's good umpiring, letting them play. Comes out down there, winning the ball, knocked out. Might have been a push in the back, the second one though, if not that one. And they've managed to scrimmage like a rugby ball.
Oh, it's been unbelievable, mate. It's gone 45, 50 metres with about 15 tackles in that piece of play. And well umpired, and we'll let it go. It was good football, tough footy, and Mount Gravatt trying to force their way back into this contest.
Comes out to Stanley. Stanley's dispossessed again. Comes out there to Paddy Devers. He can't win the ball. Goes over. Buse, well done. He'd look inside now is Crouch. Crouch has a shot on goal. He might have missed, and he's missed to the near side. The wind just took that again. But good build up there by the Mounties, just putting him under pressure. And as we've said, Big Buse changes with Dean Johnson. There's Reece Toy, been a solid player so far. Toys his options up. Kicks out there to Big Clark. Clark gets it. Gets on the left
Marty.
foot.
No one wants to go
very
near
good, Big Clark. It's there's the siren. The siren goes there to finish the second quarter of the Velocity Sports Cup Reserve Grade Grand Final, and it's the Zillmere Eagles who take a commanding lead in at half time. They're 9 goals, 963. They lead Mount Gravatt 4 goals, 327. Bob, the goal kickers, mate, you've got them marked down there. And
yes,
I'll try and rack up a couple of better players for us.
Good on you, Marty, yeah. The goal kickers, 3 to Sean Clark, all in that quarter, the big left footer. Stennis Susave's kicked 3, 2 to Dan Collins and 1 to Shane Rogerson. And all individual goal kickers for the Vultures, 1 each to Matthew Rankin, Chris Cant, Gray Grant and Brandon Morris. So we have a 36-point lead, a 6-goal lead to Zillmere. Marty, better players at half-time.
Better players for the Vultures. Ryan McGarry tried hard that quarter. Matty Rankin's been good. Matty Davis has been good. And I thought Tim Duke playing a kick behind the play was good that quarter. Certainly Zillmere, gee, you could just about name their whole list. Stearns has been good. Whitecross had a big quarter. Dan Collins has been good. Don't underestimate the work Benny Drew's done in tight. Day was quiet that quarter, but had a great first quarter. Megan, to mine, still best on the ground so far. Like the game of Reece Toy. Reckon he's done a good job. Schultz went out of it there. The big fella up forward, Clark, was great that quarter, kicking 3 goals. And of course Stannis. And David Scott's done some good work down back. So certainly got it all in front of them, the Vultures at half time. It's Zillmere Eagles 9-9-63, leading Mount Gravatt 4-3-27.
You start, Marty.
Yep, I'm right. How am I, Dean? Am I right?
Testing, testing, testing.
And welcome back to Gold Coast Stadium for the third quarter of this Velocity Sports Cup Reserve Grade game between the Zillmere Eagles, who currently hold a 35-point lead against the Mount Gravatt Vultures. Mount Gravatt going to left of screen and kicking with the breeze, which so far up to half time has been the end of favour by about a couple of goals. Joining me in commentary, Bobby Batty. Bobby, the Vultures have got it all ahead of them.
Yes, they certainly have, but you can't write them off, Marty. We had a 6 or 7 goal lead in the second semi to Zillmere Eagles, and Mount Gravatt ended up winning by 3 goals, so you never know. As Joey Day got the footy for Zillmere Eagles, kicks it long looking for Aarons. He couldn't quite get it. It's picked up in defence, and quick move out there by Dean Johnson, wasn't it? Can't quite pick it up. Kicks it out wide, and there's a mark there by Alistair Carlson, I think it is. Got the footy, comes inboard towards Tarrant. Now it's not Tarrant, it's Tom Marshall. Got the footy. Marshall on the left foot, goes out wide. Anyone there for Gray Grant? It was. It's got the footy, is it? On the left side. What's he done? I think he likes it off the boot.
It might have been Jones.
Or was it Brandon Morris?
Might have been Jones, 53, I think, Bobby.
53, was it?
Yep, Ben Jones.
Ben Jones. It was Benny Jones. been a bit quiet. He's probably been on the bench. He had that sore ankle from the senior game a couple of weeks ago, but the first goal, important first goal on the board in the third quarter to Mount Gravatt. They go to 5-4, 34 to Zillmere Eagles 9-9, 63. An important first goal start of this third quarter.
Yes, and hopefully not a bit of deja vu there, Bobby, because they look like they're a bit flat there, the old Zillmere boys, and let's remember what happened in the second semi-final when they led by 6 goals at half-time and were overrun by the Vultures. Here's umpire Raven, puts lever to turf. Johnson gets it with the right hand, knocks it over, and Clark actually roves the ball, which is quite funny. Gives it off to Benny Drew, to Whitecross. Whitecross gets on the left foot, kicks the ball to the high side, standing his ground and doing well in the contest there. Was the Mount Gravatt defender who kicks it out there to Guy Tarrant. Tarrant will get on his left foot, chips it further down the line. McGarry's leads in the race of the ball. Scott needs to keep his feet in this contest. He doesn't. He goes to ground, but the umpire said he was pushed, and David Scott will take the free kick.
Yeah, that was Chris Moore in defence for Mount Gravatt. He's been pretty quiet so far, but he's an important player for them. Marty in defence there. He usually gives them a bit of run out of defence. Yeah. Scott kicks upfield towards the wing. Ben Drew flies high. Couldn't quite mark it. Ball's in dispute. I think it'll be Kenny Ravens crossed himself, and it'll be a bounce down. Notice Magan cop one in the back of the knee there as the bounce of the third quarter there, Marty. So they don't want any of their real good players going out of the game, the Zillmere Eagles, because Mount Gravatt will keep coming at them.
Oh, excuse me, Bob. Yeah, they certainly will. And there's Benny Drew. He's been at the bottom of all the packs there, and he's done very well. Umpire Raven throws the ball up again. Clark against Johnson. Johnson jumps early. Once again, Benny Drew's first touch on the footy as the helicopter takes off to the left of us there, Bob.
Is that Griffo arriving for the main game?
It's Warwick Kappa coming to toss a coin for the main game. Umpire Raven throws it up again. Johnson jumps early, can't grab it. Tarrant tries to win the footy. He can't. There's Joey Day at the bottom of the pack. Winning the ball's Matty Davis. Gives it off to Rankin. Rankin's going to have to get on his left foot. He bounces and loses the ball. Collins comes in and tackles, forces the contest. Rankin's taken the ground. Benny Drew comes in, and a fantastic effort by Zillmere, because Rankin was off to the races there. Even though there's not a Sunday meeting here at the coast, Bob, he looks like he was heading off there.
Yeah, look, been very good today, Dan Collins. All the discipline things that he may not have quite have done in the second semi, he's certainly doing them today, and that's good leadership by the boy, former Springvale, and also played a lot of senior footy with the Eagles. Good tackle by young David Scott. Wraps up Morris, and it's a tough footy at the moment as Kenny Ravens pluck one here, and he's been given in the back to Collins. He was in hard for the footy, so those that put their body on the line, it's well deserved as Scott's got the footy. He takes them on. He loves to have a bounce, but he's lost that one, as Marty's just indicated. It's picked up by Nund. He gives it out wide. Good tackle. Mount Gravatt's lifted with their tackling as Brandon Morris has got the footy. Looks upfield, kicks it long. Here's a chance for Grant, one out. I'll tell you what, he knows where the goals are, but not this time. They're not out in that far pocket. It's out on the full, and it's a free kick that'll go back to Joey Day.
Yes, Gray Grant. They're trying to isolate him there in the forward 50 though, Bobby. Here's Joey Day, kicks across to Collins. Collins been a fine player for Zillmere. Kicks down the line. Looks like Kane Nund is the leading player there, and it pitches in front and just goes out of bounds in front of Kane Nund as he is shepherded by Benny Drew. But certainly Mount Gravatt looked like they may have had a stinging address by Paulie Allen at half-time there, Bobby, hopefully to try and jolt them into reality.
They'll keep coming, but at the same time, Marty, they're going to need to really come in this quarter, because this is a 4 or 5 goal breeze. Matty Davis has been very good for Mount Gravatt. Kicks it long. I'll tell you what, that's in, I reckon.
No, touched.
Oh, gee, they got a poor bounce.
Ryan Officer.
Yeah, good work by Officer. He was the officer on the spot. He tapped it ball.
It was an arresting sight, that.
It was, yeah. He's tapped it through for a behind to Mount Gravatt, a rush behind. As the ball comes back out, and it was Brendan Whitecross, kicks it long. Mrs. Scott again, he's fumbled a bit.
Oh,
here we go. Last few minutes, here comes Matty, and Matty slaps it goal, and he's missed. Just need to kick it to that right side of the goal post. Matty Davis offline for one behind, being one of their better players in the first half, Marty, for the Mount Gravatt Vultures.
Yes, he has been, Bobby, as we see, it looks like Officer, who's got the footy, he's going to kick out to the commentary side. It's a nice kick, looks for big Clark. Clark gets the hands up, nearly takes it, but didn't Didn't hold it long enough according to the umpire. The ball comes to ground. No one can knock it out, and umpire Brent Q will restart proceedings right on the Mount Gravatt attacking 50-metre arc. And they're kicking to left of screen, and they're currently trailed by 27 points. And we've gone 6.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Third quarter, Marty.
Third quarter, sorry,
Clark
Bobby.
taps it out wide to Drew. As you said,
Hey, go have a chance here.
I'll go on your back here, Marty, and take the big one. But it's out of bounds on the full. As someone in the crowd takes a specky. I don't know why he was watching the cricket the other night, Marty. There's a beautiful six into the crowd. The bloke stood up, took the catch, and then sat down next to his three-wheeler on the with the blanket, and just said, how easy is that? It's like plucking turkeys.
I think we lost the cricket too overnight, Bobby, I hear.
Oh no, goodness. Half mast, the flag.
I think Yuvraj Singh got into us.
Goodness mate, we can't have that as the ball's been kicked out of bounds on the full by the Zillmere defender, and it's a chance for Matty Davis again.
Davis will be kicking into the teeth of this breeze here. He's going to have to put it out to the right side. It's gone to the left, and that'll carry out of bounds on the full. Actually hits the behind post, and out of bounds on the full. So you've really got to work the ball across to that other side, that far side there with this breeze here, which is very noticeable. Good to see Reece Magan coming back on the ground there, Bobby. So he is okay.
Yeah, got a knock to the calf, it looks like.
Short chip kick, comes back out. There's Whitecross. Whitecross will now carry the ball outside. Well blocked by Day. Now runs and carries. Zillmere are out now. Comes out towards Trent Aarons. Aarons leads more in the race for the ball. Both players keep their ground, keep their feet. Aarons comes around, takes a big wide arc. Now kicks the ball inside Zillmere's forward 50. Comes out there to Timmy Doog. He was taken high, and umpire Q has seen it. And it'll be a free kick to Tim Doog, who looks like he's playing fairly deep in the defensive 50-metre
Might have
arc.
the job on Stannis this half, Marty. He might have been moved onto the PNG Dynamite kit as it comes out wide. Here's a chance here for Mount Gravatt. They kick it long into the forward line looking for Grant. He flies high, good pressure there, and what's he done there? Could be deliberate. As Brenny Q has indicated, he had no intention of keeping that ball in. Did defender Justin
No one on the
Hiles.
mark, no one on the mark.
Grant will have a ping, he always does. It's not far off, it's in. It is a goal. Here's a lovely kick at goal, Greg Grant. He knows where the goals are, and that's his second. And just in the breeze here, Marty, that is a very handy goal for Mount Gravatt. That's an easy side to kick goals from on that side, but it was a beautiful kick, and it takes them to 6-6-42. Only 21 points of difference. Zillmere 9-9-63.
Yes, very good goal there, and no one on the mark though. That was a bit slack by the Zillmere group. Someone might have jumped over the fence and stood on the mark at least in front of their supporters there. Yeah, but 21 points now, and they really need to make the most of their next.
Yeah, they need to at least get level.
15 odd minutes. I reckon they need to get level the way scoring's been to the left of screen. Here's umpire Raven. It's going to be Johnson against Clark. Clark had 3 goals in the second quarter. Was a telling point in this game. Once again, he rose to Johnson, but it comes down to Reece Magan. Good to see you back on, Reece. Kicks it where it's going to pitch. It might pitch for Joey Day, but attacking the ball was Rogerson. Rogerson gets it, kicks it across. There's Timmy Doog. He can't mark, but the ball comes to ground. Ball forced in the tackle. Player tries to kick the ball. Comes out to Johnson, pushes his own teammate. Get out of the way. And comes out to, looks like that was Enright. Ball's come back in, still hasn't cleared the danger zone there. Mount Gravatt do get it through the captain in left ball, and his kick goes out, and it's been marked by Reece Magan. Magan sums up his options, gets a left-hand handball. Ball comes out there to Jack Stanley. Stanley chips it out to Nund. Kane Nund on the far side. Comes back inside to Reece Magan again. He's had a bit of time on the pine, Bobby, but he's racked up a few since he's been back on. Kicks out to Whitecross. Whitecross kicks it now inside. Looks like Trent Aarons who's leading in the race for the ball. He's going to come around and hopefully get on his right foot. Goes to ground in a good tackle from Moore. Now knocks the ball. He's still actually got hold of the footy. Must be pinged, and is. Mount Gravatt paid the advantage. The ball comes out and it's marked by Big Al Easton.
Easton got the footy on the half-back flank.
Al Carlson, sorry.
Al Carlson, yeah, Carlson's the name. He goes wide looking for the boy in crouch. He's been well held today. They've done the job on him. As picked up by Marshall. He ducked his head, and the umpire said that's too high even if you did duck your head. And he will take the free kick. Umpire Ken Raven indicates the spot. Again, no one on the mark, Marty. Cable's come off the bench and taken that spot. So Tom Marshall with the footy. He looks for Enright, I'd say. No, he's gone longer than that. Looking upfield, looking for Tarrant. Tarrant, the marking option. He's about 5'4". As Scott's got the football.
Oh, well done, son.
Gives it off wide. That's a handball to Whitecross under pressure. He does well to keep his feet. The tackle. Handball's back in. Kept his head over the footy. Big Cable. It was good. Good tackle there by Moore. He's got him corralled there near the boundary line. Gray Grant's in trouble now. He's got rid of it. Cable's fumbled. The ball's in dispute. No one wants to pick it up because it's a hot footy. It's got hot coals all over it, Marty. And Kenny Raven comes in to bounce it right on the wing here in front of us. Got a good view of this, Marty. Now Gravatt really starting to put some pressure on here.
Yeah, good tackling. Good tackling pressure by both sides. Buse wins the ball. Comes out to Mitch Enright. Oh, that was a bit of a flick pass. It takes back to Teddy Whitten. The ball comes down. Here's Joey Day, and it goes out of bounds. And umpire Richard Hall will throw it in. Let's see how he goes into the breeze. He's giving himself.
He's going half of him.
Gee, I tell you what, he's nearly in the middle of the ground.
He is, yeah. Well, that's a good move. It's a good move because he'll end up over his head again if he doesn't watch it.
It comes down there, knocked out to Webster. Webster knocks the ball out, comes out there where it's taken, and it looks like it might have been Mitch Hyde. Gave the ball outside there to Paddy Devers, and Devers gives it back to umpire Richard Hall, who will come inside again and see how many white markers he can reach this time.
Well, he hasn't gone far in this time.
No, there he is. That's a lovely throw in. There's the throw in. Buse and Big Clark comes down, taken high was Campbell. Yeah, correct decision there.
Got to go inboard quickly. Get it moving quickly.
Campbell gets the ball, kicks it inside forward 50. Leading in the race with the ball was Carlson. Can't take it. Megan picks it up and gets through traffic. I don't know how, but he's got through two lots of traffic. Gives it off to Reece Toy. Here's Joey Day. Let's watch him move. Oh, should have let down and picked that one up, Joey. Picks it up this time. Comes out to Jack Stanley. Stanley, who's got good pace for a big fella. Gets it and kicks it. On the advantage side is the big bloke in Aarons. Aarons just needs to put a bit of pressure on here. He does. Comes over on his right foot. Gets the ball just before it goes out of bounds. Kicks it a bit further down the line. And this time it is out of bounds. And we'll have a boundary throw in. Probably around about 25 metres around from the Zillmere goal. They're going right of screen. They currently lead by 21 points. And we're 13 and a half minutes into this third quarter.
That's right, Marty. That wind seems to have picked up, if anything. I think it's blowing 4 dog chains at the moment. It's really blustering up here on the top of the grandstand here at Carrara. As the boundary umpire throws the ball in. There's a chance for Buse in the ruck. He had front position. Cable taken high. No free kick given. The umpire says he crossed himself. That'll be a bounce down. Right on the 50-metre line. Zillmere into attack. As you said, Marty, 21 points. That's the closest it's been for some time out Gravatt. As the ball's thrown in the air. Buse will get his hand on it. Collins missed it. Well done, Buse. He backed up. Got a quick kick forward. Megan's a chance to tackle here. Morris is dispossessed of the football. Picked up by
Toy
it was. It's got the footy. Here's a chance for Aarons. Will he use his left? No, he won't. Goes on the right. Here's a chance for Isles at the back. Good work, Tim Doo. Can't keep his feet. Good work, Isles. Taps it out. That's great work, Justin Isles. He's given out the back.
Rogerson.
A quick snip from Rogerson and a goal on the board, and that's a very important goal into this strong breeze. And Brent, Shane Rogerson's second goal for the day too, Marty.
Yes.
Good work, Justin Isles.
Good bit of work by Big Isles. He kept the ball alive. As Zillmere starting to wreck the changes there, and they get Benny Drew back on for young Webster. And Megan will take the centre bounce, and Reece and Drew will sit on this side of the ground. But great goal into the breeze there, and they'll be very pleased with that. Umpire Fagan. Bounce comes over this side. Knocked forward by Big Cable. Taken by Jesse Green. Green kicks the ball forward. Can't be marked there by Carlson, sorry it is. Carlson gets a short kick in there. That looks like Jones. Ben Jones it is. And he's kicked another one. That's his second goal. He has been moved forward. We noticed he did start the game on Stannis Sasavi, and certainly lowered his colours there to Stannis, who kicked 3 goals in the first half. But well done to young Jones. He's gone forward and been a good option up there.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem quite right with that ankle problem that he copped a real heavy knock and an ankle in a pack marking in the second semi-final at Gravatt 1 in the seniors over Morningside. It looks slowly getting into the game, and a feature of this game, Marty, has been the form of a lot of the Queensland young Scorpions, the 18-year-olds, who have really put their best foot forward today on a big day here at Carrara Grand Final Day.
Yes, absolutely. Here's umpire Q. Bounce favours Buse. Buse here hits the ball down there to Matty Davis. Good dish off there to Rankin, who might have been taken high. If he wasn't, it's dropping the ball or holding the ball. It is. And Benny Drew will take the relieving free kick. or Dean Stearns will. Dean Stearns gives it off to Joey Day, gets onto that left foot. He's a lovely mover, this boy. Take him on, son. Gets on there and kicks a bit of a floater finger breaker, I think it might be, but in front there, and taking the mark there for Zillmere Eagles is Trent Aarons.
Aarons was a focal point last week against Morningside. He kicked 4 or 5, I think, from memory. Kicked some lovely long goals, so I don't think the distance will worry him. He's not quite kicking into the teeth of it this time, Marty. He's got a little bit behind him, so I think he'll get the distance. But gee, it's a hard kick. The ball will really swing to the right-hand side.
Yes, here he goes, young Aarons. He was a leading goal kicker for Aspley under-18s for a while there. He's kicked it nicely. I tell you what, I reckon he likes it. He does. And he got a bit of protection there when he was in front of the stand there, but a lovely goal, and Zillmere have regrouped. They were challenged here by Mount Gravatt for a while, but they've actually bounced back and kicked the last 2 goals. So it's 3 goals to Mount Gravatt this quarter now and 2 goals to Zillmere, Bob.
Yeah, well, as you said, Marty, they've answered the challenge, and it's come with that midfield. The midfield, if you're looking there now, the experience that they've got. Collins, Wern and Drew. That's where it's come from, Marty. Stearns, I should say, not Wern. Dean Stearns, Dan Collins and Ben Drew. They've been the 3 experienced boys that have really steadied the ship, if you like, in this 3rd quarter for Zillmere Eagles. As umpire Raven, beautiful bounce down. Tapped by Busey, getting his hand on the footy, and there those boys we mentioned. Stearns over to Drew, he kicks it long. Moore should have marked that one, but he butters up, got the footy, kicks it long. Is it over the head of Stern? It is. That's a good mark. He's been all right, this kid.
Yep.
Been okay, Alistair Carlson. He's been one of their only winners up forward as he kicks it long. Here's a chance for Cant. He's been quiet, but that's a great snap. Goal for goal here at Carrara as Chris Cant kicks his 2nd, and the crowd are loving this, Marty. It's 4 goals to 2 in this quarter for Mount Gravatt, but they still trail by some 21 points.
Yeah, good free flying footy there, Bobby, isn't it? You know, players are moving the ball on quickly. It's not certainly Mount Gravatt have had to restructure their forward line a bit, and as we see Crouch coming on for Davis, and Big Johnson's come on into the ruck though. But Mounties are still in this. It would be a massive ask for them to be more than 4 goals behind at 3/4 time and get up, because this left-hand side has definitely been the scoring side. We've gone nearly 19 minutes into this 3rd quarter, and it's Johnson will be taking on Big Cable, it looks like, in the ruck there. Here's umpire Fagan, puts lever to turf. It favours Johnson. He gets a little left-hand dinky little tap out there. Tommy Marshall overran the footy. Ball comes to ground again. Players dive on it. They've got no opportunity to get rid of that, and umpire Fagan will be forced to restart. And we're just forward of the centre, heading towards Zillmere's goal.
Yeah, it's only gone some 10 metres from that centre circle as Johnson against Cable. Good hands, Drew. Gives it out wide. His tackle with the footy was Devers, but Benny Drew butters up, kicks it long, up towards Rogerson. He can't quite take it. Moore's got a chance. Comes back inboard with a handball. Over to Jesse Green. He punts it forward up into the half-forward line for Mount Gravatt. But Zillmere Eagles have got the numbers here. Devers went to ground. Should have kept his feet. He could be in strife here. I think he is, Marty. As soon as you go to ground, you're in strife.
That's a fair call too, Bobby.
And Crouch has got the football. The winner of the medal. Kicks it forward, looking for and finding Gray Grant. Good hands. Jake Panay couldn't quite get a hand in there, and Gray Grant's got sticky fingers, and he's a lovely kick, but this will test him, Marty, into the teeth of this brace.
I think he's a quality kick, Bobby. Set shots probably haven't been his forte this year. Let's see, he took the senior competition by storm, but has since been down in reserve grade. He's going to have to go out towards the right-hand post. He has. It's going to come back nicely. It's a lovely kick, and that's his 3rd. He's waving to the crowd there, Bobby. I don't know if you do that when you're...
Not when you're 16 points behind, I wouldn't have thought, Marty. 15, whatever it's going to be. But they are coming, and they're coming hard. It's 20 minutes into this quarter, and that's the closest they've been for a long, long time. 15 points, 9-6, 60 to Zillmere, 11-9, 75. Those 2 goals into the breeze Zillmere got, they could be so vital, Marty, as we look at the end result.
Forward to the 3/4 time break, Bobby, so you can hear David O'Leary read those sides out again.
Can we hear it once more, can we?
That's by umpire Raven. Well done by Johnson. He wins the ball forward. Now kick it, put on your boots, son. No, he decides to give it a handball out there to Nick Campbell. Campbell goes to ground. Joey Day's got his head over the belt at the footy there. Right cross hit it out. There comes out to Jones. He's going to get onto his left. Ball comes around on that arc. Tries to get that. Ball comes out to Johnson.
Johnson's got it, kicks it long into the forward line. Here's a chance for, looks like Carlson. He's well tackled by the Zillmere defenders. Stacks on the mill. Brent Q has crossed himself as the crowd get very vocal out there in the outer, and the Eagles supporters really working overtime out there behind the goals. As Jake Panaho's working hard with the footy. They got numbers. Jake Panaho was tackled, didn't have the footy, and that will be a free kick to the defender, the young 18-year-old defender from up the Sunshine Coast. Jake Panaho's got the footy. He looks upfield, surveys his options. As Cloud comes over the field here at Carrara. Not a great kick as Tarrant tries to get the footy. Good tackle on Collins. Collins forces the ball forward. That's in the back and has been spotted by the field umpire Brent Q, and it'll be to Brendan Whitecross.
Yes,
he's got the footy.
Whitecross takes the relieving handball and he gets it out there. It looks like Ryan Officer there. Officer's going to kick in short, and the mark's been taken there by Michael Schultz, the former Wilston Grange boy. Schultz sums up his options, looks left, looks right, looks left and looks inside again. Umpire Q says, come on, move it. He chips over the top, and the ball's taken by Brendan Whitecross, who slotted nicely into the hole there. Whitecross, who's been a good defender for Zillmere today. Pushed forward and kicked a couple of goals as well too. He gets it. He's going to kick the ball long. He's normally a beautiful kick of the foot. It's gone high for Big Johnson. Up there early. Ball comes to ground. Comes out there to Weymouth. Weymouth knocks it out there to McGarry. McGarry dishes it off there to Leftborg. Leftborg's under pressure. He gives a handball to Tommy Marshall, who's under pressure. Scott wins the ball. Knocks it back out. Jack Stanley wins it this time. Hits it, and Big Johnson gets it. Kicks it long inside forward 50. Waiting for the ball. He probably should have attacked the ball was Panaho. Comes out to Crouch. Crouch can get another one for the Mounties, but he's missed. He's missed to the far side, and Bob, that would have been very handy just before three-quarter time.
Would have been very handy, Marty. I tell you, a bloke that's had an impact on this game in the last 5 minutes is Dean Johnson in the ruck.
Yes.
Since he's come back on. He's won the ball himself out of the middle 2 or 3 times, and he's starting to really get on top of the big boy in Clark. But that's a good mark by Clark.
Big Clark.
So he's answered the challenge as it comes out wide. Ball smothered. Diva's kick was smothered. Davis in short, and a chance for Kyle Nunn. And the ball's out of bounds, and it'll be a boundary throw in, and we've gone some 23 and a half minutes into this third quarter, and it's been a real good contest, and the last 10 minutes has stepped up another level. Marty? Ball
yes,
comes out
certainly. Sorry, Bobby. Yeah, I was just watching that runner. I was just hoping now that we weren't going to have 2 runners on the ground at the one time, which they actually have at the moment. So the ball comes out there to Davis. Davis gets the ball, kicks out. Comes out to Tommy Marshall. Marshall gets the ball and kicks, and Grey Grant's taken it on, and that's a substantial fine to the Mount Gravatt Football Club. We've got 2 runners on the ground at the one time, so we'll check on that at three-quarter time, but probably not something that they will enjoy doing. Ball is knocked down, and he goes through for a behind. Zillmere will take the kick out, and it's going to be Brendan Whitecross. Whitecross kicks short, and he comes out, and Jake Panaho marks in the back pocket. Panaho sums up his options, just weighing up what's about to go on. Kicks the ball inside, and it goes back to Whitecross again. Whitecross kicks the ball far outside there. It's going to go over the top of the head. Grey Grant can't mark,
on the field,
and Big Dean Johnson
keep an eye on
takes the ball, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Just about 70 metres out from the Mount Gravatt goal, and umpire Richard Hall will ball the ball up again.
Sorry, Marty, I just had to do a bit of this Garpo work there with 2 runners on the field at once.
Can't believe they didn't pick it up down the bottom there, Bobby.
But anyway, they've been alerted. So Scott's got the football, and it'll be barrelled out of bounds as he does the big dive. Nothing there, umpire. As young Scott, just he's a fiery little customer. He's held his control very well today, though. He's been a good, consistent defender for the Zillmere Eagles. There's 25 and a half minutes. Can't be much longer left in this third quarter. Can the Vultures get one more, Marty? Here's a chance. Davis picks it up, swings it high. It's long, but it's a good mark.
Panaho.
Is it Panaho? It is. Good mark to Panaho defence. Kicks it long, and there's a bound. Siren, goes for three-quarter time. And we've got a 13-point ball game. Zillmere Eagles 11-9-75, leading Mount Gravatt 9-8-62. I'll quickly give the goal kickers, then Marty, you might be able to give the better players. 3 goals each to Sean Clark and Stennis Susave, 2 to Dan Collins and Shane Rogerson, and 1 to Trent Aarons in that quarter. And for Mount Gravatt, their goal kickers, 3 to Gray Grant, 2 to Ben Jones, both in that quarter, 2 to Chris Cant, 1 each to Matthew Rankin and Brandon Morris.
Yes, Bob, good quarter there by Mount Gravatt. They kicked 5 goals, kicked 5 goals 4, but Zillmere kicked 2 goals into the breach as well too, so all square there. They hand a 13-point lead. Better players for Mount Gravatt. McGarry's still being good, Rankin's still being good. Probably thought that Chris Cant came into the game a bit there. Tommy Marshall's tried hard. Matty Davis was on and off that quarter. Tim Duke's still been alright, but Vic Johnson, the ruckman, was very good that quarter. And Zillmere, well, it's still a cast of thousands. Stearns, Whitecross, Collins, Drew, Joey Day, Reece Magan, Michael Schultz, Stannis Sasavi, and Sean Clark and David Scott again. So at 3/4 time here at the Velocity Sports Cup Reserve Grade Grand Final, we have Mount Gravatt 9-8-62, trailing Zillmere 11-9-75.
Okay, bounce to the ball. Brent Q is about to put leather to turf to start the last quarter of the Velocity Sports Cup Reserves Grand Final, and it's a 13-point lead to the Zillmere Eagles. Mount Gravatt pushing hard in the third quarter to get as close as 13 points. As we've gone to this last quarter, Bob Batty in commentary with me, Marty King. Marty, it's been a good contest. Zillmere being the better side. Can they finish it off in this last quarter?
Yes, they have, but Coach Paul Allen took the Mount Gravatt boys over to the far side. I think he laid down the law to them that they really need to step up this quarter as they take the relieving mark. Looks like Moore in the back line there. Kicks the ball back inside towards Crouch. Crouch will go up against Big Clark. Ball comes to ground. Won by Drew. Drew can ice the cake here and kick, but his kick has gone right across the face of goal and out of bounds on the full. And we'll have the relieving kick in taken by big Chris Weymers. The scoreboard tells us it's a 13-point deficit, 9 goals 8 to 11 goals 9. In the first of 3 big games here at the Gold Coast Stadium. The crowd starting to build up, starting to come in from the Alabaster Drive car park. Here's Weymers, kicks down the line. They're looking for Johnson, who's presented himself there. Chris Constable flies in front of the pack and he takes a nice mark. Ryan McGarry's leading out to this commentary side, but I tell you what, that's going to go over the line. It has, and the free kick, relieving free kick, will be taken by Kane Nunn.
Yeah, not a smart kick from Constable. You got to kick it inboard and get the ball moving. And in fact, they've really got to run the footy, don't they, Marty, to win this game? They can't win it by playing stop-start footy. They've got to really get it and take them on. There's a good mark there by Jack Stanley. Shocking kick, a good effort there by Carlson. Taps it out to Enright. Tackled was Marshall. Marshall, quick handball to Rankin. He overruns it. Picked up by Devers. He kicks it long, but here's that boy, Johnson, in defence. Awkward kicking style, but effective as he's found Crouch in the middle of the ground, Marty.
Crouch kicks it to McGarry. McGarry this time leads to the right spot. Oh, scrubby old kick. Gee, he's making Jones work there. Well done, kept the ball alive. In front was young Tarrant. He's over the top of the ball, needs to knock it out now. Panaho does as well too. Ball's locked up by Jones. It's not going anywhere, and umpire Q's going to have to ball it up. Mount Gravatt could really put Zillmere under a bit of pressure, Bobby, if they scored one from this forward thrust.
Yeah, they need a goal early to get right back in it, Marty.
Yes, there's the throw up by umpire Q. It's Johnson and Clark. Ball comes down to Johnson again. I reckon we'll have another ball up here because it's going nowhere. And and we've played 2.5 minutes already, and the ball's not travelling too far whatsoever.
I tell you what, we lift our arms up, Marty. We'll be travelling a fair way though. We'll be just about taking off here at, it's worse than the airport here at top of the grandstand at Carrara. I hope you can hear us all right, as it's picked up by Stanley, kicks it long, more punches from behind, down to Doog, been a good player. Quick handball up to the wing, I don't know who that was for. McGarry pushes towards it, picked up by Isles, I think it was. Breaks the tackle, Ben Drew, goes on the left. I don't know whether that's a good option out towards the boundary. Big Cable didn't bend down too far, and the ball goes over the line for a boundary throw in.
Yeah, you could say he's cable tied.
Cable tied he was. We've done a few of them, Marty, in the last couple of days on that far side, a few cable ties.
Haven't moved the signs.
Ah, they're beautiful, aren't they? Beautiful signs. Brings a tear to your eye as the ball comes back in. It's a good tap down there by Gravatt. Crouch soccers at mid-air. Tarrant didn't really put his body in. He did that time though. Good work. That's the sort of stuff they need. Quick hands, that's what they need too. And run. Good chase there by the Zillmere defender, but that's a good mark. He's been good, Carlson. Gives it back to Crouch. He does the mongrel punt. Benny Jones working hard. Got in the back there. This is Ben Jones now. He's not that good. He can't get it an airball to himself as it goes towards Gray Grant. McGarry tries to pick it up. Marshall overruns it. Important passage of play this. What's the umpire going to do? He's going to do it. Oh. He certainly is. He said he held it back in, and that's a free kick to Tom Marshall, I think it is. From Zillmere players are arguing the point, Ryan Officer. But still, this is a tough kick, Marty. If he's kicking into the heart of that breeze, he'd be lucky to make the distance from there, Tommy.
Yes, you'll have to keep it low, Bob. We probably need to get down a bit lower as well too.
Oh yeah, goodness me.
Marshall,
good
tell
kick.
you what, it's
good
a lovely kick on the breeze, and that's that first goal that they wanted, the Vultures. And it's been kicked by Tommy Marshall, number 31. It's his first for the day. He's been a good player actually, Marshall. He's tried hard. He missed the grand final for his suspension last year, and he's certainly out there having a red hot crack. And the Vultures go to 10 goals, 868. That's now 7 points. Zillmere 11-9-75.
Notice young Guy Tarrant got the job on Reece Megan in this last quarter, so important match up on this wing. I foresee that could be critical in the result of this game as the ball comes to Rankin. Good work again by Johnson. He's made a real difference in the ruck. Comes out, good handball. Good handball by Joey Day. Over to Ben Drew. He's tackled though. Great chase from behind for young Tarrant. And Doog has done a beautiful tackle. Their tackling's getting them back into this game as Tarrant kicks it out wide looking for Carlson. He's kept his feet. Can Scott get there first? He's got the pace to get there first.
Yeah, good call.
Did get there first and was pushed in the back, and will get the free kick. David Scott with the football. He's going to take him on again. He's gone for a bounce. He loves bouncing the footy. Goes out wide, long kick. It's downfield. After he kicked it, he received a knock, and that'll be a free kick downfield to the little rover in Dean Stearns. He's got the footy on the half-forward line, Marty.
Yes, a bit silly there. And, Stearns just need a goal, Zillmere, don't they? Just need a goal to steady himself. He called the play on, and he does. He's taking the ground as well too. Ball's come out to Rogerson. Rogerson tries to knock it on. He's been tackled. He's not doing anything from the footy. And umpire Raven says he didn't have a prior opportunity. And we'll have a ball up. We're probably about 15 metres away from the Zillmere goal. And they desperately need one there in front of their supporters. Left the screen. Umpire Raven throws it up. It's Big Clark again. Well done by Johnson, knocks it forward. Here's Stearns who gets on the end of it though. Can't get onto his right foot. Put under pressure there by Campbell. It's actually taken the ground. Ball comes out to the big ruckman in Clark, but I think it might have been out of bounds. It was. And we'll have the boundary throw in. Good to see the station, the young fella over on that far side, so he gets a bit of depth from his throw-ins, Bobby.
Oh yes, you'd be putting your hand up to go over that side for every quarter, wouldn't you?
Yep.
As Gravatt's tackling seems to have an impact, I reckon, in this last quarter, that as they wrestle in the ruck here, Johnson and Clark. Good tackle by Doog. We just talked about the tackles that they've been laying, Marty, and it's stacks on the mill again, and the umpire crossed himself this time, and he will come in for a bounce down, and the game is in the balance, Marty.
Good umpiring by umpire Raven then, just letting him play. There's the throw up, comes out there. Johnson's been good, hasn't he? So it comes out the Crouch. That's not 15 metres. Taking the ground was Scott when he possibly didn't know. There's Stannis. Stannis gets the ball, handballs, and no, he might have been playing for that, but he's still fighting on for the ball. He's in there with Crouch. comes out again. This time we'll have a boundary throw. Put the whistle away the umps, Bobby.
They have, yeah. No, that's the way it should be too, Marty. That's what we want to see.
It's not 5 o'clock, is it?
An arm wrestle.
I haven't read that Mike Cody email. It's not 5 o'clock, is it?
No, nowhere near 5 yet, Marty. We've got a long way to go yet. We're only not even 11 yet, but nice boundary throw in. Johnson again doing the work with Clark. Stacks on the mill. This is important, this clearance from the boundary throw in as Drew gets it over to Scott. He's tackled, he's in short, Rogerson. That's where you got to be, in short. Quick kick forward by Scott. And this could be the one that really gives them that little bit of breathing space, Marty, as we've gone 8 minutes into this last quarter. This will give them back to a 13-point lead if he kicks this.
Yes, always got to be in front for that quick kick out, don't you? And that's what he was. And very well done. And Dean Stern's coming off for a well-earned rest. Here's Rogerson, needs to kick through the footy. He does. I reckon he's missed it.
He has.
He's missed it to this near side, and they've really had their chances. A couple of players coming off, Bob, starting to rotate the bench a bit with...
Buse nearly takes a one-hander there, Marty.
Yes. What's his initial? A, is it? A Buse?
A Buse?
Yeah.
Don't have any of that today.
No, none of that. The ball comes out there to Kane Nunn, comes out to Benny Drew. Drew's a beautiful kick of the footy, sits it up in the goal square, needs to pitch and run, it does. Ball's still in play though, comes out there to Nick Campbell. Campbell comes inside to Weymouth. Weymouth gets the footy, sums up, he's going to come back out this side. He's got some cavalry out here, and it's in Chris Constable. Constable kicks
out. They've got to run it, Marty. They've got to run it.
Take him on. Here's Mitch Enright. He'll get onto his left foot. He will come inside. No, he handballs. Oh, didn't find his target. Tommy Marshall gets on it. Here's young Tarrant. Tarrant's going to run the ball and carry it through the middle there. Kicks it long towards Gray Grant. Grant in front of his man and takes the mark. And he marks, and he's about 40. He'll kick from about 45 metres out, Bob.
He will. I think this will test him. Oh, he says it will test me. I'm going to kick it wide, but it's intercepted. Didn't quite hit the target. Carlson couldn't make it, so Day, he's going to have a run. He's gone on the right foot, gone past the wing, kicks it long, but I think it's going to be, it's Leftborg. The captain, Matthew Leftborg, got the football over to Doog, being very reliable. Not a good handball. Yes, it comes off. No, it doesn't. He's got a mitt on it now, though, Campbell, and he's going to go for a run. He's got the footy, chips it along the wing. Here's a chance again for Grant. Should turn and go. Quick handball. He's done that. Kicks it long. Yes, he just gets it in time. And the ball will go out of bounds, though, before Chris Cant can get to it. An important facet of play, this one, Marty. We've gone 10 minutes, and the game is up for grabs.
Yes.
You can hear it with the crowd. They've really lifted.
For grabs, Bobby, yes. And we'll have the boundary throw in. And it's probably about 25 metres around from the Mount Gravatt goal. And let's see how they go this forward foray. It's Cable up against young Buse. And there's a throw-in, good throw-in by the young fella there. Favours Cable, lovely right. It's a good knock. He's knocked it outside the 50, plus interest. And now the next throw-in will be probably around about 70 metres, 75 metres around from the Mount Gravatt goal. Well done by Big Shane Cable.
As we look for those no alcohol signs in
yes, they're there, Bobby. I see them up there on the front of the stand.
It's good to see. Beautiful.
Some people in there with picnic hampers and
beautiful. Good to see.
Yes, they're drinking Ribena and things like that there, Bobby. There's the throw-in. Comes out. Well done there by Mitch Hyde. Got dished off the handball in front of his Isles. He's got a good set of hands, young Isles. Good second effort too. Picks the ball up well. Taken the ground, but did handball the ball. Comes out to Joey Day, who's wrapped up without any prior opportunity. And we'll have a ball up 11 minutes into this final quarter.
I reckon they've had 2 tackles a minute too. 22 effective tackles already this quarter from Champion Data Stats there from Mount Gravatt. So it's a great effort. They're lifting themselves into, willing themselves back into this grand final.
Magan.
As the boy with the footy, Reece Magan, goes on the left foot.
Lovely.
Can he find Webster? He can't. Benny Jones, good tackle Webster though. He's gone a second effort. That's a great effort by young
well
Webster.
done by
this
Webster.
Could be a turning point of the game, Marty. Stannis is in position, can't quite take it. Here's a chance for Aarons. What's he going to do? He's done the old dummy. Handball to Stannis and bang! Bang! He's kicked that one 38 metres over the top of the banner, and it's a goal. Zillmere Eagles have gone to 12-10. Is that 82? Yep. It is. 14-point leaders over Mount Gravatt, 10-8-68. And what about the work in the middle there by young Webster? How good was that, Marty?
Fantastic, Bobby. Great effort by young Webster. It was critical that they maintained possession of the footy, and he put in about 4 or 5 efforts there. And It's a bit of a two-step down there by Trent Aarons.
Oh,
I thought he might have cramped up in midstream there, Bobby, but what did happen was Stannis got on the end of it. And I tell you what, if he ends up putting one of those footies in the Narang River, he'll be fishing for it himself.
well, he's probably done a bit of fishing over in PNG. He's been a very effective player, and that could be the one that really gives him the impetus to go on and win this Velocity Sports Cup Reserves Grand Final of Zillmere Eagles. As Brent Q bounces that one. That's a nice bounce. Buse, good work. They've done well in the ruck now, Gravatt. Getting on top in the ruck. Can't clear that one though, and it'll be a ball up again, right in the middle of the ground. It's a throw up this time from Brent Q. As Buse gets the ball down to Davis. Good hands. Here's a chance. Can they get it straight back? Rankin's got the footy. He needs to lift the big fella. It's over the back to Grant. They've answered all right. Gray Grant goes in and goes whooshka. And there's goal for goal here at Carrara. We've got the close one, Marty, as Gray Grant kicks his fourth. Been an effective forward for Mount Gravatt. And that brings it back to 8 points, 12-10 to 11-8. Zillmere in front.
Yes, and well done out of the middle there. Good hands by Matty Davis. It's like a hot knife through butter there, Bobby. And once again, Rankin got it, and Grant is very clever, and he's kicked his fourth, so 4 to him and 4 to Stannis. Both teams have good small to medium forwards by kicking goals.
Yeah, I noticed just Dan Collins and Dean Stearns have just gone out of the game a little bit in this second half, and that's that lifted the Mount Gravatt midfield as Rankin gets it again over to Tarrant. Tarrant could be effective on Megan. Kicks it long, but David Scott used his body well and has taken the mark in defence. Kicks it out wide. They've got numbers out there. Megan goes up one hand. Got a handle on the footy. He's picked it up, can he? Yes, he's got his own footy. He should be able to pick it up. He's got his name on it, and he kicks it out wide, and that's a good kick. And he's found his teammate out there in Reece Toy. Reece Toy comes back the other side.
Collins.
And Dan Collins is in the van. I've said it. One each.
1 all.
But it was an important van.
Ah, yes.
As he's picked up a beautiful mark, Dan Collins. Mentioned they need to lift through their experienced players, and he's got his hands on the footy. Can he finish it off, Marty?
Well, he's kicked 2 lovely goals in the second quarter, Bob, going to this end, and you'd certainly think with all his experience, he's on the right side, he'll have the breeze behind him. He can give him a bit of breathing space, Bob. Here he goes, Collins. Going to kick from right on the 50. Sits it up nicely. It's going to come across the face. It's gone long. It's gone long.
Hit the post, I think.
Post.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see the post wobbling. Yeah, you can see the post wobbling there. Well done by Lauren Schultz down that end. Here's a quick kick out by Weymouth. Weymouth finds Timmy Doog. Timmy Doog finds it, kicks it out. Oh, they're broken well out here on this side. Need a spoiler. Oh, White Cross backed himself over the top of Matty Davis and took the mark. Comes inside now, White Cross. Kicks the ball down the line there. Stannis has got a couple against him there. He does jump anyway. Balls out to Mitch Hyde. Mitch Hyde comes inside to Reece Megan.
Goal, Marty.
Good dish to Megan. Megan kicks.
This is the one.
And that's the one that's really going to hurt him. And Megan kicks his first, Bobby. And all from that mark from Bender and Whitecross, who was prepared to back himself, took the mark and showed some good signs of maturity. Good dish off, and well done to Megan, who's been an outstanding player today.
Yeah, no, finished it up beautifully, and it's good hands, as you said, by Mitch Hyde. He's been quiet today, but usually one of their real on-ballers that has an impact, but he certainly did with that creative handball. And Reece Megan, as we've said all day, he's had a day out on the wing, but they've moved him forward, and he could be the icing on the cake here for the Zillmere Eagles. Takes them to 13-11, 89, and that's a 15-point lead over Mount Gravatt 11-8, 74.
Yeah, there's the bounce, and ball knocked down by Cable. Winning the ball is Benny Drew. Don't undersell Benny Drew's influence on this game too. He's been a fantastic player. Comes out to Webster. Webster dishes the ball off there to Collins. Collins gets it and trying to work his way through the pack, but he can't. Comes out there to Dean Stearns. Dishes it off. There's Drew again. Drew gets on the left foot and hits the post.
Oh, he's punching the air. He thought it was through too after he left the boot. The wind got hold of it and just flicked it into that goal post. A couple of posters there for Lauren Schultz as we all get excited, Marty, and it's 16 points, I think
it's
that'll
over
be.
the line. Gee, that was a no ball, Bobby.
No ball?
Yeah.
Didn't picked up by the umpire. He gave the benefit of the doubt, but they're
Cable.
doing all the attacking now.
Cable
missed from 5, but on the left foot he kicks it from 50. Can you believe that, Marty? Can miss from the goal square, but on the left foot under the pump, He's kicked the absolute sealer, in my opinion. Shane Cable, his first goal for the day, and that's 14-11, 95. That's 21 points. That's going to be hard to come back. 11-8, 74.
Oh, absolutely. Fantastic effort there by the big fella Cable. He pushed forward and, yeah, no stage fright that time, Bobby. He was in the prime position and kicked a lovely goal.
Fagan's got the ball in the middle of the ground to pounce it down as we've listened to the Zillmere support all round the ground, including Brendan down behind the goals. Jesse Green's handball smothered. It's been effective. Webster in this quarter. Stannis is on the burst. He just goes too hard at the footy. He needs to steady one little bit. Look at Mitch Hyde round the corner. Thank your mother for the rabbits. Megan. He's queued up and he's kicked that one into the river. Now it's hit the scoreboard. It's another goal and it's celebration time for the Zillmere Eagles. Reece Megan second for the quarter. I think he might have his name on the medal, Marty.
Oh, I think so, Bobby.
16-11, 11-8.
I'll just call down to the engravers downstairs there, Bobby, and tell him, because I think he's the Bill Hardy medal, the Billy Hardy medal.
Billy Hardy medal, in honour of Billy Hardy, who lost his life over in Bali. A great player at Southport.
Yeah, absolutely. And Billy's father, Bill Hardy Senior, will be here to present the medal after the game. But gee, they've come with a rush. It's 27 points now, and they're finishing like good things. So here's umpire Raven. We've gone close to 19 minutes here in this last quarter. Raven bounces the ball. Big Johnson, who's tried hard, gets it. Knocks it out there. Running forward to the footy is Crouch. Can get onto the end of it. Well done. Good pressure by Zillmere though. Comes out there to Gray Grant. Looking for number 5. Comes in board. Gets back on the left foot. Kicks it a little check side. But the ball's been marked by Jake Panaho, who's been a solid defender. He kicks outside to Joey Day. Day will come inside the ground and get onto his left foot. There's no need to hurry things now. Zillmere are going to win the flag as Whitecross pushes across to present himself further down the line. Comes inside, he's going to go for a run. A lovely mover when he runs with the footy, Bobby, and he kicks long down the line. Benny Drew does well against Tommy Marshall. Drew nearly wins a one-on-one here against Rankin. Numbers favour Zillmere now, but Rankin still tries hard. Comes out to Michael Schwill too, was good early. He just is off a handball to Big Clark. Clark gets onto his left foot inside there where there's Megan again. Megan gets on the end of the footy. He'll come back inside. He does with a handball. Great. Beautiful handball to Reece Toy. Toy can run in, have a shot for goal, and kick another one.
Reece Toy's first of the day. It's raining goals here at Carrara. 16-11, 107 to 11-8, 74. And that is a 33-point lead. And we've gone some 20 minutes. And it was a blink of an eye, Marty. They were only 7 or 8 points behind. Only seemed 2 or 3 minutes ago.
Yes, and amazing, maybe the sign of things to come, who knows, Bobby, but the team that has come a long way via the preliminary final looks like they're going to win the grand final. Southport will certainly be hoping that that mirrors in the senior game. There's a bounce from umpire Fagan. It comes out there towards where Clark Crouch has tried hard, gets it out towards Joey Day. He's taken the ground with the footy. He's actually pinned by umpire Fagan, and the free kick will go to Guy Tarrant, who's also tried hard today. Tarrant will get onto that customary left foot. Kicks the ball into the lead from Cant, but dropping in front. Looks like it
Brandon Morris
might pick up young Brandon Morris. Morris kicks towards Gray Grant. Over the top is Whitecross. Rusher behind, so no, it does. It just goes in. And I think that's Schulte down that end, Bobby, I reckon. No, that's Kelly Taylor down that end. And Whitecross, I reckon it's about kick a barrel now, Bobby. You're about to win the grand final.
To come up here, I reckon.
Kick a barrel. Oh, it's gone a long way. I tell you what.
Get a touch on it.
You need to get a touch on it, or it's going to be a. Well, there you go. We're nearly on centre wing, and it's going to be a free kick, a boundary kick, a free kick because no one touched it.
Right on the interchange it went out, Marty. Yeah. So that's what that'd be about 75, 80 metres.
Yes.
It's a big kick.
Yeah. And the ball comes in, and Timmy Doong takes the mark.
As the Eagles chant goes up from the outer, they're very happy over there in the outer. They reckon they're home and hose, and I think they got full reason to be happy too, Marty. It's been a very good performance and good standard of footy too by the Zillmere. The way they play and move the footy, it's good to watch.
Yeah, it's a lovely kick there by Cant. Drops down. Tommy Marshall will need to get onto his left. He can't. There's a fresh air shot.
He's done the Alan Didak without the toe on the footy, that one.
Yes, there's a fresh air shot as Reece Toy comes off and Kane Nunn comes on. Constantly rotating the bench there, Zillmere, which is
And
good
full
bit-
credit to Praddy. He's done a good job with this group.
Absolutely.
A lot of youngsters and a few experienced heads, and he's moulded them together very well, Graham
He's
Pratt.
kept with the younger blokes during the finals, and it's great to see these young guys, especially there's one in picture there, Whitecross. The boys who get the chance to play in the under-18s and can finish off the season, and there's no substitute for finals experience. They'll all take something away from this. As Crouch gets it and snaps and kicks a goal. Just we're in junk time now, Bobby, and but well done to Sam Crouch. He's had a fantastic year since coming here from the Coburg Tigers, and certainly he's tried his heart out there. But Mount Gravatt go on to 11.975, 12.981 it'll actually be, 26 points in the debit to Zillmere, who 16.11.107. And we've gone 23 minutes, and we look forward to culmination of this game, and our next game on the Pineapple Hotel Cup, Palm Beach and the Western Magpies.
Yeah, the Lions against the Magpies. It should be a ripper, Marty.
The Lions. It's knocked out by Stearns, who's been a great player. Comes down there to Justin Ailes. Pano looks like there's Benny Drew again. Gee, he's worked hard. Kicks over towards where Chris Weymouth. Bounce favours Mitch Hyde. He's going to have to come back inside and get onto that left foot.
Queuing up here, Marty.
They are queuing up. Actually, he's still get on the left foot. He kicks it to the square. Look at the jump at the back from Megan.
That has got his own name on it, that footy, hasn't it?
Yeah. And he's tried to con the umpire that he took it in the square too. As we see the replay go up on the big screen there. No, you're outside the screen there, Reece. But he's going to kick, and he's kicked two this quarter. It's been the third for the quarter. So, like all good medalists, he's had a good last quarter as well too. Comes inside and kicks another goal. Does the Toyota wave to his teammates, and that's Megan's third, and Zillmere's 17th. They go to 17-11. No, 17,
sorry.
17-11, 113, and that's 32 point leaders over Mount Gravatt, 12-981.
Never doubted you, Marty. Yes,
What was three-quarter time scores there?
Yeah, it was
11-9,
11-9 to 9-8. So there's been 3 and 6, 9 goals kicked. So we've probably got another 2-3 minutes of time on.
Yep.
In this quarter, as the ball comes back to the middle. But as you say, it's junk time. They're all wanting to get on the end of it now, the Zillmere Eagles, because this is premiership celebration time for them, and they'll be pleased as punch to win the Velocity Cup Reserves Grand Final.
This comes out towards Joey Day. Scott can't win the footy. That looks like Tommy Marshall, who's tried really hard. Gets a handball out to Big Buse, but umpire's pinged him. He's got to play on. Come out to Panaho. Panaho's won the footy. He's going to Stannis!
He jumped 3 hours too early, Marty.
Oh, he looks at the umpire and says, come on, there you go. It was one for the highlights reel. And Chris Weymouth, who took front position, takes a relieving free kick.
Yeah, he just didn't get his timing right there. Wouldn't have been any good on the vault horse or anything like that, Marty. If you jump that early, you come down with, make a big mistake.
Yeah, it's Benny Drew again. Gee, I'll tell you what, Megan's clearly the best on the ground, but this bloke's not far behind him.
Yeah, been a very good play over the final series for them. Got an old head on a young shoulder, young Benny Drew.
There's Weymouth again, who's another player who's tried hard down in defence, but this game is gradually winding down, and looks like that might be Leftborg who's got the ball down and that far flank there. Gets the ball, chips it inside, and comes out towards Kyle Buse. Buse takes a mark, dishes off a handball there. Might have been Nick Campbell who took that one. Kicks the ball back inside, so it was Benny Jones. Thank you to Dean there, who's picked him up well. And there's Benny Drew again, who takes a mark, and he'll just let the clock wind down. He's got a few racked up in the middle here. Joey Day, have a shot, Joey. Have a crack, Joey. He's had a crack on the left. It's Stannis. He can't get it, and it's gone out of bounds on the ball. Yeah, it's hit the post. Hit the post.
And good work to the umpires. They've done a good job in this game. They've controlled the game pretty
well.
well.
Play, Bobby.
Yeah, they've let them play, and that's what you got to do. Grand final time. It's been a great game of footy. Zillmere Eagles have been the better side all day, and they've deserved the win. And
good mark.
Benny Drew again?
Good mark.
Couldn't be. There's a Mitch Hyde.
Looks like Benny Drew again.
It is.
Yeah, and he's a chance in there, Ben. He's a beautiful kick.
He'll kick it 10 rows back, Marty. He's tired, but I tell you what, he'll get the distance. And he's knocked up getting the footy, especially in the second half. I thought he's got better as the game's gone on.
There's Drew. He's going to kick from just outside 50. It's a lovely kick off the boot. So they're going to go across the face though, and that'll be Zillmere's 12th behind. They'll go to 17-12, 114. 33-point leaders over Mount Gravatt, 12-9, 81.
Kick 4 behinds today, Benny Drew. He's hit the post once, but doesn't matter. It's all elementary at the moment. Mount Gravatt come out wide onto this far side. Matty Davis jumps high, not quite there. It's over the back of the pack, and there's the siren. There it is. There's the Velocity Sports Cup Reserves Premiership. And look at the Zillmere Eagles. They've gone mad. Their supporters have run onto the ground to congratulate their teammates who have won the Velocity Sports Cup Reserves Grand Final, 17-12, 114, defeating Mount Gravatt Vultures, 12-9, 81. Quickly, goal kickers, Marty.
Yeah, goal kickers, Bobby, for the winners. Stanis Sasavi, kick 4. Reese Megan, 3, all in the last quarter. Sean Clark, 3, all in the second quarter. 2 goals to Dan Collins, 2 gols to Shane Rogerson, and singles there to Reese Toy, Shane Cable and Trent Aarons. Whilst for the losers, Mount Gravatt, Grey Grant kick 4, Ben Jones 2, Chris Cant 2, singles to Matty Rankin, Sam Crouch, Tommy Marshall and Brandon Morris. And Bob will sign off fairly early here today because we do have to go down and be part of the award ceremony. But well done to the Zillmere Eagles, well done to Graham Pratt and the young fellas who've a fantastic effort for the boys from the northern side. They've got a good young bunch of blokes. Good luck to those boys who will be going and playing in the Allies game and participating in draft testing. So the final result here, the Velocity Sports Cup Reserve Grade Grand Final, the Zillmere Eagles 17-13, 115, defeated Mount Gravatt 12-9, 81.